Okay. So, for those who are just tuning in, regardless of if you're on YouTube or Twitch, hello. We literally just beat this on normal mode. So now we're immediately going to go for hard mode. We're going to do it. Fuck it. So I'm thinking maybe 4 chapters, 3-4 chapters, maybe 3-5-4 or something. But this is totally worth going through again. Perfect. Alright, nice. Yeah, darkness will definitely help here. I have no qualms whatsoever about doing this, man. This is so fucking good. 28,000 credits and 7 power nodes. Now, I always put in these cheats. It's just 7 power nodes and $28,000 or 20,000 credits because the hardest part of Dead Space, I got all 1,000 achievements out of this. The hardest part in Dead Space is the first couple of chapters on the harder difficulty modes. Once you get past that, this is a cakewalk. Just like Callisto Protocol, it's crazy how many like ideologies and design theories that they share. I mean, it's the same team, obviously. So.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. It's strange. Such a little thing.
How many times you watched that thing? Guess you really miss her.
We want to put subtitles on for everybody here. My bad.
Don't worry, we're almost there. You'll be able to look her up once
hello, subtitles.
we're on board. Sounds like you do have a lot of catching up to do.
Alright,
everyone, we're here. Sinking our orbit now.
All this trouble over that chunk of rock.
Deep space mining is a lucrative business, Ms. Daniels. Aegis 7 is a gold mine according to prospectors' reports. Cobalt, silicon, osmium.
Unobtainium.
Now, where is she? There she is. We have visual contact.
Alright, this looks good.
So that's Ishimura. Impressive.
The USG Ishimura. Biggest planet cracker in her class. And it looks like they already popped the cork.
Why is it all dark? I don't see any running lights.
Corporal, take us in closer and hail them. And stay clear of that debris field. We're here to fix their ship, not the other way around.
And I love how we're a bystander.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellion responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
You're gonna need to boost the signal if it power's low.
Yes, we know. Boost the signal. More.
Or.
Never heard of a total communications blackout on one of these things. You'd think with 1,000 people on board, someone would pick up the phone.
What is that?
It's a busted array like we thought. Sounds like they're having problems with their encoder.
Dude,
You get us down there and Isaac and I can
this is
fix it.
gonna look like in the
48
remake.
hours max.
All right, you heard the lady. Take us in. Let's see what.
January's gonna be a good month. Last month on HBO is the 15th.
Automatic
And
docking
literally a
procedures
week
go.
later, we got Dead Space. That's fucking awesome.
What the hell?
Sir, the auto dock.
What is it?
We're off
Yeah.
track. We're gonna hit the hull.
Hit the blast shields. Their guidance tether's damaged. Switch to manual now.
Inside the magnetic field? Are you insane? Abort!
No, we can make it inside. Corporal, gave you an order.
Field's too strong.
And there's the marker. You think that's actually interfering once or to ship being scrambled, that's the marker beckoning us. That's crazy.
Is everyone okay?
What? What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our
I will
asses,
say,
Daniels. If we had
even
deployed
though-
at that speed and distance, we'd have smashed right into the side of the Ishimura. Now settle down. Let's get to work.
Even though I don't like her,
Port.
she is
I'm
nicely
not getting
built.
any readings from the port booster, and we've lost comms and autopilot. It'll take some time to fix.
All right. Let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
Louis Gassignone.
Hold still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship. Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
All right. We've still got a job to do. We're moving out.
These guys are cool.
Use Rust to move quickly.
We just did. Thank you for letting us know you can use run to move quickly. You must sound like your nose is plugged. Or like this. Either way, 6,500.
You didn't lose power to the port booster. You lost the port booster. Unbelievable.
Inconceivable! I don't think you understand how that works, guys.
With 62 years of continuous service, it holds the record for highest number of planet cracks.
They better have a photo mode, for fuck's sake. Ooh, I'm taking a picture of that.
Highest dead weight of refined product at 14 trillion kilotons and counting.
Guess the power's down everywhere. Isaac, get over here and hack the door pad.
Workforce on the colony. The captain and crew
Oh.
would like to welcome you.
Look for blue hologram to activate.
Concordance Extraction Company.
Okay, hold on. We're doing this. YX, YXX, 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 Y. There we go. We're set.
Seems like everyone's trying to pack in a hurry.
There should be a security detail in here.
Yeah? Well, there's not. There's nobody here.
And I like how this
Can't
has
pick up
us
any
wait
broadcasts.
before we can hit the button, so we don't
That
bypass
security
important
console's
dialogue.
still live. Isaac, log in and see what you can find. Kendra, get that elevator back online.
Power's dead. I can't.
Then reroute the damn power. Look, if we all
Lordy, what's up, man?
we
You
can
came
figure
in
this
at a
out
good
lot
time.
sooner.
We are
Get
literally
that
in our
computer
second
display
run,
up, Isaac.
hard mode.
Use the locator system to find your next objective.
Huh. That doesn't look good. She's taken a lot of damage.
The tram system's offline. Getting around's gonna be difficult. The air seems to be flowing again. That's a start.
What the hell was that?
Automatic quarantine must have tripped when the filtration system restarted. Everybody relax.
I love that little effect. That is so cool.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Perfecto!
Not sure.
Actually, hold on. Can I grab this here? Speaking of perfecto, check this out. I have had this on my shelf for fucking ever. There you go. He is with us in mind, body, soul, and plastic. Yep. This is the level 3 suit I'm pretty sure of. But this is the NECA action figure from Dusty. 2009. Still works. It's gonna be on my desk.
The hell?
I don't know. Something's in the room with us.
Jesus! Overfire! Overfire!
Then I'm gonna decline, I'm sorry.
Isaac, get down!
actually, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna do this because I gotta stand up. Okay, so not only did I hold on to this beauty, which is fucking iconic, dude. Like, there's just something particularly special about this design right here. Like, this is so cool. But I have room. I also held on to this. This is, of course, part 2. Now, the other one lights up, but the battery died. But you can see right here that Isaac lights up. His rig lights up on the back there, which you can see. And then, of course, his visor. So what you do is you just press this in, and he illuminates. This is cool. And on this one, the plasma cutter, the end rotates, but I'm not going to do that. So I have both Isaacs on display, like, forever. I never have moved these. All right. So, make sure everything's good. Okay. Let us continue. Oh, scary! I also, the Big Daddy is fucking awesome, dude. It's so heavy. It's at least like 2 pounds of plastic. If I can find a spare here or there, I will send you one. Okay, so we can only stop after.
Use the lips of enemies for extra damage. Use melee to knock back an enemy for a quick exit.
So we want to shoot them until they drop ammo. Okay, so we're good. Dude, I cannot wait for the remake. I did a 180. I'm definitely going to be streaming that.
Select and use health packs to replenish your health bar.
Ah! Health is X. Okay.
This is Benson. Everybody listen up. They use the vents. That's how they're getting around the ship. Stay away from Gal. Get back. Get back.
Isaac! Isaac! God, I can't believe you made it.
What?
Isaac.
What am I? Just an engineer here? Come
on the
on.
way over here. Are you okay?
More what? What the hell are those things? Is that the crew?
Keep your voice down.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever they
actually.
are, they're not friendly. And half the doors on this ship are locked because of the quarantine. Now, we have to get to the bridge. But first, we gotta repair the tram system.
You're crazy, Hammond. You're gonna get us all killed.
If you listen
Welcome
to me,
the Jurassic.
I will get you out of here alive. Now, what's wrong with the tram?
The data board is fried, but there should be a spare in the maintenance bay. There's also a broken tram blocking the tunnel that needs to be repaired. Damn it! Everything is on the other side of this quarantine. We can't reach it from here.
No, we can't. But you can. Isaac, if I can get to the bridge, I should be able to access the personnel files. You fix the tram.
I love
and
how
I'll
he's
help you find
focused
Cole.
on what he's currently invested in. That is so cool. Especially like when you go through the inventory system.
Check objectives and important locations.
Ah, okay, I didn't know that. So like you can see here, his head actually goes around to where you are on your inventory. And the inventory is so fucking cool, dude. I love this. This is incredible stuff. Like, oh my god, I fucking love this game. No, I don't want that, damn it. No, 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 no. I'm locked into the radius here. There we go.
This is Benson, Tram Engineering. We think we figured it out. Smith killed one. Listen, forget about shooting him in the body. You gotta cut off the limbs. Grab a cutter, anything like that. Cut him apart.
Cut them apart! They'll fall to pieces!
Isaac, be careful. Shooting them in the body didn't seem to work. Go for the
I
limbs.
just heard a
Dismember
message
them.
on it.
That should do the job.
Conserve ammo by dismembering enemy limbs and doing extra damage.
Looks like that door is malfunctioning, Isaac. Try using the stasis module you just picked up.
Did we get a couple of tutorial enemies? I don't remember. No. Okay. I'm glad you dropped in, man. You came in at a perfect time. Basis refill. I think this is credits here. Yeah. Isaac! No! No, that's Metal Gear. Isaac! No! Oh, wait, wrong one.
Your stasis module should be able to help you with that arm mechanism.
Yeah, we know.
Listen up, car 8 is trashed. We managed to get it back to the repair depot, but now the auto loader is fried. I need a stasis module brought down here now. If we don't get this piece of shit off the tracks, it's gonna jam up the whole system.
I always get that mixed up. I can never remember this one.
Replacing damaged tram car. Please stand by.
Of course, yeah.
Isaac, you did it. The tram is blocking the whole system. When you get the computer online, you'll be able to call the tram from the control room. Faster the better. I can hear something crawling around out there.
I think we all hear something rolling around. I'm trying to say it.
Tram replacement complete.
Yay! Tram replacement complete! Woo! we have plenty of health, so not worried about that. Let's actually fill our stasis back up. Stasis is very important, especially in hard mode. For a few puzzles, as well as, most importantly, enemy lockdown. The idea is we want to get our plasma cutter to be OP as fuck, OPAF, OPAF,
Isaac, I've patched
as quickly
into the
as we
deck
can.
security system. It took some work, but I've got the door to the maintenance bay unlocked. The data board should be somewhere inside.
I just wanted to be sure.
Isaac, it's Kendra. It looks like the door to the storage room is locked. There should be a key somewhere in the maintenance bay.
Oh, this part, oh, dude, this part sucks. You gotta be really careful here. I remember doing this on Impossible, and I died right here. This is really one of the hardest parts of the game. On easy mode. Because they can easily swarm you and they come down here. And there's literally just enough ammo. Just enough ammo. Yeah, see? We are just making it by here. This is why your utmost imperative thing to do is get up to the workbench. Actually, it's on the next floor. Like, get there fucking ASAP. Dude, I only have 7 rounds? Fuck. Okay. Okay, so we have a little more ammo. Okay, now I feel better. Notice, this is a static-free work area. Okay. Okay, so there's the bench right in there, and we can start upgrading. We're gonna start setting down the path for our upgrades. And what's even better is at the end of this chapter, we can easily go ahead and give ourselves more inventory space. Which helps a lot, actually. what's going on, Quick Decks? We're going through hard mode. We're going through hard mode right away. I want to see how quickly I can do it. I'm not necessarily speed running, but it'll be nice to kind of compare. But yeah, hard mode is actually, you play it right, it's pretty easy. I'm not going to do impossible mode. No, thank you. Now speed run as fast as I can. Okay, so first thing we want to do is damage. Okay. So, 3, 2. We always want to keep one node. I see what you're doing! Don't tempt me, man! But dude, this totally deserves a second instant playthrough.
That's it, Isaac. Take the board back to tram control and slot it into the computer array. That should get the tram system back online.
Enemies always drop health the second they die. That is always the easiest indicator to tell that you can kill something. Yeah, we're already doing pretty good. Hard mode. I would imagine, like, a hard mode playthrough is easily... Well, I'm sorry. A speed run would probably be 6 or sub 6? Because there's a lot of shit to remember. World's worst... Ah! Love that! That's actually pretty clever. I like it.
Computer now online. Shipwide tram system reinitialized. All trams now operational. Tram arriving at flight deck station. Quarantine lifted.
Like, how did Fortnite streaming go for you? It's overly saturated, so I'm sure I know the answer, but I want to hear it directly from you. Like, was it good? Was it decent? Was it better with friends? Like, all the above? Was it terrible?
We're on board
You hate
and
it?
heading to the bridge. Good work.
Strange. The quarantine just lifted.
Whatever was in the flight lounge must have left. That's lucky for us. Isaac, get back to the Callisto and prep it for launch. We'll find out what we can from the bridge and meet you there.
If we live that long, you're out of your league, Hammond. This is suicide. We're going to
Your
die
lack
out
of
here.
confidence in me is duly noted, Miss Daniels.
I am gonna miss
But
this
I
guy.
have a mission to
Remake, though. This
complete, and
guy's
that's
fucking awesome. He
exactly
was the
what I
messenger
am
in
going to do
300.
with or without
Who
you.
got kicked down to
You
pit.
understand each other.
It's Sparta! He was the guy who
Just get
received
us out
the
of
hit.
here alive.
He's been in a lot of fucking movies too, man. Like, seriously. Oh, that's right. We're here. Okay. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, there we go. Dude, when this game is firing off on all cylinders with lighting and whatnot, it is still pretty fucking gorgeous. Like, this is classic for a reason. I fucking love Dead Space. back, baby. Merry fucking Christmas. Back at you, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. That goes a long way. Trust me when I tell you. It's not like I have a script here whenever anybody subs. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. No.
We made it to the bridge.
Thank you.
It's a nightmare up here. No survivors. We're going to try to get to the command computer. Wish us luck.
Yeah, I was gonna do The Witcher 3 Enhanced and Extended, but something just told me, man. Something just told me. Do Dead Space. Yeah, dude, it really is, man. I mean, you know, be genuine. Like, be yourself. You know, like, I know YouTube, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Come on. Do we really need to explain that? Ooh. I should really keep an eye on my stasis, shouldn't I? Yeah, we gotta keep an eye on that. We have one. Thankfully, he got in our grip. And we were able to circumvent that. But it's just like Callisto Protocol. You can actually interrupt necromorphs out of their melee animation. Coincidentally, that's what they do to us in Callisto. But anyway... There we go. We got out of there real quick. But yeah, dude, just be yourself. I mean, I know there's metrics and there's what's popular, but you can't put metrics on well, that's up for debate. But you can't put metrics on just being yourself. You I don't know why people think that's like a big thing. Like that should not be.
Collision detected in the main hangar bay. Emergency crews have been notified.
Yeah, dude, we are literally just hanging on with ammo in the opening parts of this.
To the shuttle.
That was our ride home. It's the only way off the ship.
Kendra.
No, Hammond! This changes everything!
Just let me think.
Would you let me think, Bob?
Can you access the command computer?
It's no good. There's an executive lockdown of all primary systems. Without the...
Got a little discouraged because you got your Twitch recap and realized I stream a fuck ton, but no one really shows up. But I said in 23 I'm going to streamline and focus a little more on my very next stream at 20-person raid. Ooh, you see, man, like... I'm going to put my controller down for a second. One of the things, and this is one thing that not too many people talk about. And this is one of the main reasons I was really stressed, was... Everybody tells you all the things it takes to be successful, okay? And I've watched multiple videos just for insight, because I already know what to do. I think we all know what to do, right? But you watch all these videos and they say, you do this, you do that, you gotta do this, don't do that. It's pretty fucking obvious, especially when you watch like 5 of them and they all say the same thing. Like whenever I see videos that say, do this to improve that on your stream, I am always kind of cringy when it comes to that, because it's like, number one, these people are successful. So they're just regurgitating what they did, but theoretically, we're doing what they have done because we see what they have done. And, well, we're pretty much in the same position with utmost sincerity. We're like, we both work very hard and we're both longing for more, right? Yeah, And, you know, adding to that, like, I was having a conversation with my man Will on the phone the other day, and this was just after all the stress. Like, you know how you go through your acceptance phase, and then your dealing phase, and then your move on phase? It's like 3 steps of being in a rut. You accept, you work through, and then you move on. Because when you accept, it brings you down. When you work through, you get out of it, and then you move on. That's pretty much it. So I was stressing, just like how you said, man. That's why I'm talking about this. It's like, man, I bust my ass. I'm here every day. I do all these animations. I'm driving myself completely fucking off the wall with this Metal Gear Legend of Zelda thing, dude. Like, this has become soul-crushing on some days. There's more soul-crushing days than there are positive days. There's a little bit of positivity there. But most days, it's like, fuck, I gotta keep doing this. I gotta keep doing this. I still have all this work to do. It's endless. And then you feel that way. I feel that way. And then you come on and there's hardly anybody here. I understand it's the process. You have to work at it. That I completely get. But we're human. It wears on you. So Will, leading to the conversation, Will's like, yeah, dude, you know, like, metrics is unfortunately a part of it. And again, I was just on the tail end of dealing with it. And it just kind of sparked it all over again. And I said, look, I'm not trying to be rude or assertive or be a jerk, but please change the subject. And he hasn't replied back. He took it the wrong way, which is understandable. It's through a text. But in a lot of cases, it is impossible to quantify because you could follow a trend that everybody else is following and they're getting hits off of it. You do not. You stream games that everybody else is streaming that are popular. You try to do the same thing. It doesn't work out. You try to show people that you have a skill or a craft or something that you could quantify, and you share it with people. And it doesn't follow through. And metrics say otherwise. Metrics say, well, if you post on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, it'll work. If you post highlights to Twitch, it'll work. If you post your streams to YouTube, it'll work. If you do this, that, or this, it'll work. That is not true. There are things to follow that are impossible to quantify. It really is, man, and it really sucks for us because we are talented, hardworking individuals who genuinely love what we do, but we're being beat by numbers. Like, that's why, like, this is what drives me insane, is the position I'm in now. Yeah, pretty much. I said, like, once I get in better shape, I'm just going to put, like, a fucking, like, beats behind me and stream shirtless and see how that goes, right? I thought about that. I might do that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I digress. Everybody says follow the numbers, but the numbers are impossible to quantify. I would imagine, like, even when, you know, you are, like, a big streamer and you have hundreds or thousands of viewers in your channel, there still are things you have to deal with. And that's another thing, too, man, you know? Successful doesn't mean instant gratification. Like, people have been doing this for years. I've been doing this for years. I'm sure you have been doing this for years. It's just, it could get really stressful and it could really wear on you. Trust me, dude. There are, like, I'm always like, yay, on the stream, but let me tell you, like, when I hit the camera button, no, when I queue up OBS to go live, there are some days where it's like, you're hovering the mouse over that start streaming button, like I am right now, and it's just, you just want to gouge your eyes out. But that is not why you're here. That is not why we stream. That is not why we grind. People are here because of the camaraderie, your personality. People want to see what you're doing. And the last thing they want to see is somebody who's constantly complaining about it. Like, do something about it. Even though it can be impossible most, but do something about it. And it's like, you know what I mean? It really sucks sometimes, but I chose this. This is what I have decided to do with myself. Come hell or high fucking water, I don't fucking care. I am here. I'm doing this. This is my living. I just want to make a livelihood. And that is easier said than done. That goes for everybody. Again, this is stuff that not everybody talks about. Everybody always wants to focus on the easy, the instant gratification, the success. This is what it costs to be successful. And that's what people forget. That's why when everybody asks me about how things are going, I never sit there and turn it into a psych session. I'm never like, oh, well, you know, I'm just like, good. It's going well. And it honestly is, man. Seeing you guys constantly like bullshitting, talking about games, talking about our passion. That's what really makes me love what I do. And days that it's quiet, it is grating. It is the polar opposite of what I'm describing right now. You know? And that's the thing. And unfortunately, people don't always pick up on that. Everybody wants to go for the instant, for the popular. Those people started elsewhere, man. I mean, you look at like all the big names. I mean, Dr. Disrespect. And again, no, I don't follow all these people, but I do identify with the fact that they've worked very hard to be where they have landed. Dr. Disrespect, Shroud, Ninja. I mean, say what you will about them. They put the effort in, and look what happened. And that's why if anybody says, oh, dude, you've been doing this for so long, and I'm not alluding to any conversations I had personally with anybody, just in case if they should come across this, I'm not like putting Will down, or Drew, or Vic, or Vincey, or Dave, or anybody who asks me how things are going. And they're like, are you still in the same rut? Yes, I am. Well, you know, why, like, do something else? It's like, first of all the time I've spent here would be completely wasted. It's like, what's the point? I should just stop right now, okay? But secondly, if you're telling me what I'm doing is nuts, again, tell the people who have made it they're nuts and see what they tell you. And they will probably say the exact same thing I am saying right now. They're just like, dude, it took a lot to get here. And I totally understand that. But sometimes, dude, sometimes it just fucking grinds on you. And it could be, depending on how your temperament is, it could be soul crushing. It could shut you down. It's like a sumo wrestler made of stone just falls on you. And depending on how good your morale is, that's how long it will take you to and move along. But it really sucks, man. But it's part of the process. And this goes for anything. A job, a career, whatever. It all, you gotta pay your dues, man. Yeah, that sounds
Captain's
like a Minecraft
authorization.
That totally sounds like a Minecraft thing, man. But you know, it is what it is. I chose this. I have no regrets. I have a lot of stressors. I have a lot of things that can bring me down. But again, I'm not sitting here in front of my station in my studio to dwell, even though that does happen. I'm here to keep moving and succeed. And really, like, if you and I were to quit today, who's to say what would happen later today or tomorrow? Right? Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, if he would have thought to not step on stage on his last Olympia and just for a second not think about pursuing acting and retiring from bodybuilding, where would he be now? Right? The possibilities, not necessarily the hope. We all have hope, but it's the possibility of something. And just quitting squanders that. I don't care what anybody says. And that's the thing. Everybody wants to be successful until they realize what it actually takes. I have that little... it's like a card from Whole Foods. They always have those like those phrase cards that, like, you know, you can give to somebody or you look at for morale. I hung that up and I look at that every fucking day. When I make my animations, as much as it sucks to work on them for so long, I stop and think why I'm doing this and reading the comments of people who genuinely love what I do. It's why you do what you do. It's why you love communicating with your crew, with your regulars, why you're here, why we get along. These are the reasons why, man.
Can't access them.
These are the reasons
where's
why.
the captain?
You know?
Here he is. Captain Benjamin Mathias. Location, med lab. Status, deceased.
What? How?
He's dead! Uh-huh. And it, you know, just like with when I was a trainer, dude, I had a very good group of people, but it was those core people. It was those core people, and then, of course, you had your revolving people. But it was those core people. Streaming and training are the same, dude. You're building relationships with people because you're putting on a show. When I was a trainer, like, people knew that you worked there. People watched you when you worked out. People paid attention to you. And if you weren't aware of that, or you didn't give a fuck, people wouldn't want to train with you. It's like, you know what, that dude Sai there, he's really good, but he seems like a dick, based off of like the way he works out. I'm gonna go for the other guy. And it's the same principle, man. Like, quit today, you don't know what's possible tomorrow. I think we should turn that into a phrase. Hold on. Quit and fail to realize what's phrase. There you go. Again, if we were to quit today, are you nuts? Like, all this work you've put in, all the money you've spent, all the energy you've poured into this, are you fucking crazy?
I can't access that information. Find the captain and you'll find his rig. With his authorization codes, I can crack this computer wide open.
Damn it. Isaac, I'm sending the tram back to your location. Get to the medical deck and find that rig as fast as you can.
What was that?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do one thing here. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna use this as our main save after we complete a stage. Because this is where I kind of messed up last time. So we're gonna use slot 1 for our main save, and then slot 3 forward for subsequent stages. I think that'll be good. Dude, this is definitely a byproduct of 2008, but god damn does it still look good. Even though the textures are low res, like, they still go a long way in making this feel still quite tangible. And this still looks really good, especially on output. It looks a little better on output.
Find new weapons and items at the store, and place extra items in the safe.
Okay, the first thing we're doing right now is we're going to get the Scorpion suit. And it's free. And what this does is this allows us to have maximum inventory right from the beginning, which is super helpful. So we don't have to keep going back and forth to the store. It'll save a lot of time. And then, of course, we go ahead and upgrade our health and whatnot. That is so fucking awesome, dude. Seriously. But seriously, Dex, thank you for the sub. Like, really. I do, like, really, really, really appreciate that. Let's see. I just paid it forward to you, man. I just paid it forward to you. I used my Prime sub for you as my thank you and a happy holidays to you, man. So I just clicked on your Twitch page and I gave you my Prime sub. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so okay, so the first thing we're doing is we're gonna buy... I just gave you my, my Twitch Prime. I gave you a month sub as paying it forward. So thank you for the awesome conversations as always, and the encouragement today. It always helps when you guys are here a lot. You know exactly what I mean by that. But since you gave me your sub today, I returned the favor. So I just opened up your Twitch page and bam, baby. Okay, so what we're doing here is, let's see here, rig. Nah, dude, trust me, we're both in the same position. We could definitely use it, so you're very welcome, good sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Yep. Yep. And that's the thing, too, man. Like, never forget where you come from. Like, that's one thing I swear on a stack of fucking books that I will not ever let go of. Because we're paying our dues and we're busting our asses. Never fucking forget where you've come from. I don't care. I don't care. Like, if like my first check, my first official big check from Twitch, I'm giving to the lady. I'm like, yes, sir, Sly Scale. Slysdale? Like a Clydesdale horse? I'm only saving at the start of a chapter, which is the one you see up top, and then I'm saving only after a chapter in order. So I always do plasma cutter only. The only time I ever use weapons other than a plasma cutter was like my first and second playthrough. I never use any other weapon other than that. Dude, you know what? I was against, and Quick Dex, I'm just going to change subject for a second since we have an awesome new person. Yes. I was against the remake because, I mean, dude, it's like EA shut Visceral down and now they're going ahead and like remaking it. It's like, that is really going to irritate me. And the fact that Isaac now talks, it's like, but for a lot of coverage, I've watched a couple of videos. They say it's really good, and dude, it's Dead Space. So yes, begrudgingly, I am going to the Dead Space remake when it launches on the 23rd of January. But whenever I play through Dead Space here, I forgot the amount of times I've run through this. But I'm like, you know what? I just went through normal mode. I'm like, let's do hard mode. And I mean, I always do plasma cutter only. Always do plasma cutter only. It's the best weapon in the game. It's the most focus. And like, if you see, which was the 45 minutes, the start of the stream today, then I stopped streaming and I started again to separate the streams, is I had like, I think 200 plasma cutter rounds when I went for the last boss. Oh, absolutely, Quick Dex. Absolutely. But, you know, you got to pay it forward. And I don't care how far I make it. No, actually, I do care how far I make it. I don't care how much success I get. I will never forget where I've come from. And I'll give all my paychecks to the lady. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. She deserves it. She's been dealing with all of this. I don't know how she deals with this. She knows and she sees what I do and how I stress over it and how I get really depressed over it sometimes. She sees it and she knows. And there's not a day that goes by where I wish it was different. Like, to actually help support her more than just on an emotional and, like, minimally financial. You know what I mean? So, I love her to pieces, man. Like, to fuck that up would be stupid. It really is. But, I'll read your comment in a sec there, Slysdale. I like that. Clydesdale, but Sly instead. Very clever. But Quick Dex and I, before you jumped in, we were just talking about the importance of the grind and how people don't like to talk about all the negative stuff that you deal with when you stream. And, you know, us hardworking, smaller streamers don't really get the support that we deserve. And I don't mean that out of entitlement, because there are a lot of people who bust their asses, rightfully so, and they don't get any recognition. And they're working 5 times harder than somebody who's getting all of it. So that's where this conversation led, and you came right in. Honestly, the amount of time and everything Motive invested to get to community, I really do have high hopes for it. Actually, I do have I hope it works out, because you know that us hardcore are going to be scrutinizing the fuck out of it. Sly's English scale is Gaelic. Oh! Yeah, I should make a song about that. Oh my god. What I'll do, since you're new here, I'll show you what I'll do. We'll go a little bit more here in Chapter 2, and then I'll show you some animations I do. I do all my overlays, all my effects, everything you see. I create myself in After Effects. I do a lot of, like, get your hands dirty design work, and it's fun. So you'll see soon enough. It's a lot of fun. Oh, I do every day, man. I tell her every fucking day. I miss her a lot, too, when she's not home, and I know she's at work, but still, you know? Oh!
It's all right, McCoy. He's here.
McCoy? Is that
Nothing to be afraid of. I knew you would come. Just like you said. I see
Look
this.
Inventory!
For you.
Sly Gable. Ah!
Use kinesis to move or throw objects.
I love how the announcer sounds like this. We're just gonna move this here. Stack it neatly.
Pick up schematics to add items to the store.
Schematics! Wah! Is there a store here? Yes, let's get rid of this shit. Just to keep our inventory clean. So we'll sell one of those, and then we'll take... There we go. So we always want to hold on to at least one node. And just sell everything but plasma cutter rounds. That's why I always do... I never do speedruns in this. I always do just thorough playthroughs.
We were attacked. Kendra's gone. 1 minute she was there, and I can't believe I lost her. We can still do this. Get me the captain's rig codes, and we'll find Nicole.
Oh, we'll find Nicole.
Looks like the crew barricaded the door to the emergency wing. We have to blow through it to get to the morgue. Get some thermite from medical storage, and a shock pad from zero-G therapy. Should be down the corridor.
Communication is...
The only saves we're doing are... 1, start of a stage, initial save, and 2, end of stage save. That is it. That is it. Yeah, dude, like, I got so used to running around with a fully maxed out plasma cutter, like, shooting these last handful of enemies, I'm like, this is weird.
Pushing all this static.
So yeah, you'll see here. So every time we complete a stage, we just go down the line. And I put this here just so that we can keep track of. We're current. So, like, if I need to finish the stream for whatever reason early, I'm like, guys, I'm going to do a save, I'm going to run. I can immediately pick up my progress from where I just was. So I always go this way first. But I just, Sly, I just went through Callisto Protocol, like, on launch day. So the game came out last Friday, so 6 days ago. And I went through it all on easy mode. From all of the qualms I heard about it, I went through it on easy mode. Got a feel for it, and I instantly went back and played it on hard mode. Right after I beat it, I went again. And I beat the last boss on hard mode without taking a single hit on his second phase. I just kept on using the heavy shot with the hand cannon. And I just fucking annihilated him. It was no contest. That was the easiest 900 achievement points I've gotten in a while. Now, my honest opinion on Callisto Protocol, being a huge Dead Space fan, it's excellent, but there are some core design choices that really dial it back. Like, why can't we listen to audio logs and walk around? Why are we stuck on a turntable when we're in our inventory? Why don't things auto-sort in our inventory? Why can't we interact with items, but we can interact with item boxes? So, for instance, if there's an item box, I could grip it, throw it down, and open it. But if the item is on the floor, I can't grip it. I have to go and interact with it. There's a lot of stupid choices that really bog it down. And I went through Red Dead Redemption 2 in 45 days thoroughly. And I archived and uploaded every day on YouTube. I'm proud of that fact, actually. That was pretty recent. That was like 3-4 months ago. But one thing I kept saying in Red Dead 2, it was so impossibly good that whenever it reminded you that it was a video game, it was terrible. Like, there was literally 4 issues that I dealt with throughout my entire 45 days, which was about 120-ish hours, worth every fucking second. Like, there's a mission where you're in a shootout and you have to carry someone on your back while, like, the AI is taking out enemies. And I didn't walk forward to the right for, like, a foot. I didn't go as far as I should have, like, which was a foot difference. And the AI didn't, the system didn't proc the last group of enemies for the AI to kill. So here I am in the middle of a shootout, which I'm not taking any damage, with a guy on my back, trying to mount him on a horse, and I couldn't do it because the game wasn't ready to do so. That's when Red Dead 2 is terrible. But there are so many instances where Red Dead 2 is incredible. Those few instances where it reminds you they don't matter. Callisto Protocol is excellent, but there's a lot of things that make you go, what? And it really ruins the enjoyment. But if you're a Dead Space fan, I'm a bona fide Dead Space nut. I give it an 8. If you're not, I'd say it's an easy, passable 6. Get it when it's on sale. The hell? I guess it was prodding the, okay. But yeah, dude, Callisto was excellent. It took me 6 days to go through with it, And 3 days on easy, 3 days on hard. Fucking awesome. This is why we loot everything.
You found something down there.
See, if this was Callisto,
We found something. So the texts were right all this time. I wouldn't be certain of that.
you see, I wanted to actually do Witcher 3 Extended and Enhanced, but I felt compelled to do this. So I'm thinking after hard mode here, because I want to remain as fresh and familiar as possible with the OG, I'll probably do like a quick 2-day stream, like just do like 6 chapters a day, I don't care, like right up to the launch, so I'm super fresh with it, and then I'm just going to go hard mode. But The Witcher 3, dude, let's put it this way. The last time I streamed that was 2 years ago, and the writing and the atmosphere and the fucking music, dude, I'm getting like major goosebumps right now. It's so well done, I still remember it today. Like, did you play Cyberpunk, since obviously you love The Witcher? But yes, I did play it on a hard mode.
We must embrace this. We are the first witnesses.
Matthias isn't letting anyone down in the colony. It's under quarantine until we learn more.
Okay,
To hell with
thank
Matthias.
you.
He of all people should know that this is greater than him, or the operation, or even the company. This is our deliverance.
Keep your damn voice down. People are dying down there.
Only the worthless and the unbelievers. But I believe. Do you?
Dude, it was so good. And that's the thing. Like, as a gamer at heart and a streamer, more of a gamer than anything else, I never buy into the hype because it could falsify your pretense. Meaning, if everybody's talking negative about it, you'll start thinking that way. If everybody's talking positive about it, you'll start thinking that way. And it could alter your initial perception. Like Cyberpunk, I think I maybe watched like 2 previews and the original trailer, and that was it. And yes, it was buggy, but did it tarnish my enjoyment? Absolutely not. It was rough around the edges. There were a few, like, really? Like, I got a little bit of T-posing here. At the time, I had an Xbox One X. I'm currently, I game mostly on my Xbox Series. Love the system. I'm an Xbox guy. I've been on this ecosystem forever. I'm so used to it. But, I really enjoyed Cyberpunk, and I still remember a majority of all of the main story beats, dude. It was so fucking good. Like, learning about Johnny Silverhand's, like his what's the word I'm looking for? What drives him, and, like, his intentions, why he was leaning in that direction. Jackie, like, all of it was just so fucking good. All of the side quests, the writing was so fucking good. Yeah, and that's all it takes, because everybody's so fucking, like, you know, they jump over, like, they jump all over the hate bandwagon, and they're quick to point out all the bad things. But what about all the good things? Like, my man Drew, he's like, oh, I don't like it. I'm like, why not? Well, it's buggy. I'm like, are you saying that because it's what everybody else is saying, or are you saying that because it's what you genuinely felt? I mean, dude, I think I played that for about 320 hours total. Like, I went 100%. Like, max my character out. There's that little, there's that long, like, alleyway you can keep grinding over and over. I forget the name of it, but I grinded up till I was maxed out on everything. Dude, it's, oh, so good. But again, like, one of the best, I wouldn't say arguments, but one of the best points I like to bring up is the graphical argument, right? Which could open up another can of worms. So, for instance, everyone's like, oh, well, you know, the graphics for the game, they suck, man. I don't fucking like this game because of the graphics. And then you're like, okay, like, what's your favorite retro game? And they'll be like, oh, Super Mario Brothers. And they're like, yeah, dude, Super Mario Brothers is so good. Wow, I love it. It's so awesome. I can play that all day. It's like, so do you play that for the graphics? And they suddenly just can't say anything. They're like, yes, graphics and everything make a valid reason to enjoy something, but it goes beyond that. Like, you don't play something for the graphics or the audio, or the story actually is important. But I mean, you could have like an okay story, but everything else is fun, right? But you're there for the art direction and how it all works together. Again, you forget you're playing a game, you're having fun instantly. Repeating that same gameplay loop, right? Yeah, I mean, that's what I have. I have a 1080 Ti. I mean, I can't really upgrade at this point, but it serves its purpose because I only use my rig here for like emulation and like retro gaming on stream and personally, as well as like a couple of things. But you know, I mean, dude, we're playing something from 2008, and it's overall a better package than Callisto. I mean, that says a lot. There's the guy's gonna say about it. Like this right here, I'm using the perfect example. I mean, yeah, this looks a little dated, but overall, this is excellent. Ah, okay. Can't have graphics without good writing and mechanics. Yep, Phantom, this is exactly why we all get along so well. Welcome, Phantom. Sly, this is Phantom, but he changed his name for a rebrand. But he will always be Phantom to me. We streamed Dead Space 3 together, which was fucking awesome. The game was okay, but the experience, I actually watched, the video was called The Dead Space That Ruined a Franchise. It was 90 minutes. And, it was really good because it pointed out all the shortcomings, but all the positive things about Dead Space 3. And he talked about the weapon crafting, Phantom. I remember you talking about making a grenade launcher that, like, you just negate splash damage and suddenly you're gone. Yep. Absolutely. And that's one thing he pointed out. He goes, why are there all these, what's up with all these oddities? Oh, I guess, of course. Spooky, spooky skeletons. I'm gonna play it safe. Yeah, man, and you know, this is one of the reasons I was initially like, nope, to the remake. EA let Visceral create two of the greatest games of all time, Dead Space and Dead Space 2, and then they got in the way, and they were middling, and they were pretty much like an obstacle with the way Dead Space 3 turned out, and then they fired everybody at Visceral because of it. Like, really? And then you're like, oh, well, you know, single-player games are dead, and it's all about loot boxes and FIFA, and the same shitty Madden every year, and maybe one or two will kind of, like, sneeze out a single-player game that might or might not be good every now and then, but we don't give a fuck. And now they're like, Dead Space Remake! And that's where my initial, like, hesitancy was coming from. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. You know what I mean? So, like, and that's one thing I pointed out with Phantom, is you clearly saw what they were looking to do with Dead Space 3. It was really good, and then it was middling. Yeah, oh my god, dude, exactly. And Titanfall 2, actually, Phantom was here when I streamed that. That was excellent, and really good campaign, dude. And again, the writing was just so fucking awesome. I mean, you essentially were piloting Optimus Prime. Like, that's amazing! Oh, and just for you, Sly, hold on. Let me, I didn't have this up when you showed in. But I still have this from 2009, and I actually have the other one here. But check this out. Oh, yeah. I should just put this here, holding a controller. But yep, Isaac from Dead Space 1, classic. And of course, because it's still so impossibly good to this day, we're doing Dead Space 2 Remake. Yep, these are the original NECA figures. Now, I have to replace the battery in the Dead Space 1 version, but you can see here, he lights up. The rig lights up, and his face lights up. Yeah, dude, the design, it's such an iconic design. Dead Space is still, like, the best survival horror game ever, in my opinion. RE4 is excellent. The remakes are phenomenal. But, dude, like, ugh. Now, I have the Scorpion Suit DLC. Well, I mean, I can't remember exactly where. I think I got this from FYE. FYE was a really cool store. It was multimedia back in the day when you could still buy things physically. They had, like, video games, movies, like DVDs, and all that shit. Action figures, and they had a really nice action figure section, and I bought this. I was like, dude. Because I was fresh off the heels of Dead Space. I was like, oh my god, an Isaac Clarke action figure? So we used the Scorpion Suit here. We come back here later. I completely forgot what I was just saying because I'm so excited. But yeah, I was super excited and still fresh off of Dead Space, and then I saw the figure and I'm like, I had to have it. What? Ah, no problem, Phantom. Dude, you gotta get your kids. It's understandable. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have you. He's a good dude. He really is. We've been friends for a long time. There we go. Medium air tank. And I love the audio, dude. The audio design in this is fan-fucking-tastic.
As you know, Ishimura is able to set his gravity locally.
No, dude, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. What did I miss? That's one thing. I am always chatty. Never worry about that. I'll fucking pause it for a half hour.
Check in when you enter.
Oh, the 10K credits? I usually get that on the way back. Hold on.
Entering vacuum.
I think it's here. 900. I think it might be when we go back again, or is it on this guy? Next to him. Okay. Well, we're going back. I don't care. I want the 10K. Oh, I see it. Wait, those are line racks? Maybe it moved? I don't see anything. Yeah, maybe it moved. I mean, what's my error at? We got a minute. I'll look around quickly. If not, I'll just look again when we come back. Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Exiting vacuum.
Yeah, dude, I'm honestly, now that we've been talking about it and everything, I am super stoked for it. I cannot wait for the remake. It's gonna be excellent. What? Oh, it's because gravity's on. Okay, hold on.
Your ammo counter will flash red if you can't jump to a surface.
Ah, that would have been cool. Okay. So let's see here. Let's just get rid of these. Because, you know, shit could get crazy. Dude, this, exactly, and again, for us hardcore, I could tell you're hardcore. We're gonna be like, we're probably gonna take twice as long the first time around, because we're just gonna stop and observe everything. Whee! I am looking forward to the updated controls for Zero Grab Mode. Because when you play one, and you know, you're like, oh, okay, this is really straightforward, it's basic, but when you play two, and then you come back, it's kind of hard. You're like, oh man, this is rough.
Exiting zero gravity.
Great. You got a shot
exactly.
Combine that with
Dude,
the
this
thermal
rock
at
is
the
so
barricade
pretty.
destroyed. Shit. I can hear more coming. Moving through the vents. Stay safe, Isaac.
Oh, it's so cute. He's such a... Oh, he's still alive? What? Oh, he just went over. Okay. One thing that I really love about the audio in this, like right now, it's probably hard to hear, unless if you're listening with headphones, but again, with me talking over this, is his heart rate accelerates or his heart rate picks up or slows down, depending on the situation. Damn it, dude, would you guys stop it? heard his heart rate go super high. That's fucking awesome. Alright, so let's go here. Yeah, we're golden. We're gonna be golden for a while.
Zero gravity. Entering vacuum.
Yeah, there's gonna be a necromorph here, so there he is. Shoot until they drop something. That's the secret sauce. Oh, dude, those are air bubbles, I think. Or water? I don't fucking know. That's awesome. Really? Holy shit. Well, that's fucking cool, dude. Yeah, the more and more, like, the more and more I read into this, and I try not to, but the more and more I hear about it, the more excited I am, for sure. Like, can't wait.
Exiting vacuum.
Vacuum! And I remember years ago, I got all 1,000 achievement points in this. Dead Space 2, I did not. I think I got like 900-ish or something like that. Excuse me, I'm digesting. But I did hear about the limbic system. So, like, he moves according to how stressed he is or not. I mean, I could stress over ammo, but I really don't have to. Okay, I think we're good. How about that? Some line racks. What I want you to do, because people could come in and be jerks. I'm not suggesting anything on your behalf, but if you want to post links, I will go ahead and do that for you. So, like, if you post it now, it'll just be all asterisks. Let's see here. Ooh, I am so leaving this open for later. Thank you, by the way. Oh, hell yeah, dude. You bet your ass. Thank you, by the way. I am saving that. I always make an effort to always check out the stuff everybody shares here. That is being watched later. I hate these things because they can kill you so quickly. Yeah, if you're not prepared, dude, Limbic is all about Isaac. The damage system has its own... Dude, I'm excited now. Like, seriously. I really hope it's done justice. I mean, I'm sure it is. It's in good hands, but it just... The history that led to this point, it sucks that it came to this. You know what I mean? Like, it should have been Visceral doing it, you know? But then we wouldn't have had Callisto. You know, it's really weird how things transpire. It is. It really is. And that's going to be, like, the measuring stick for me. It's like, well, you know, I mean, yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda, not necessarily, but, you know, like, what if? You know what I mean? Let's see here. Large med pack, so let's sell a small. And we need to keep one node for later, so we're gonna hold on to these. Actually, wait, I do want to get some ammo. Always want to stay stocked up on plasma rounds. Like, there's no... Okay, that's good. That's 24, so that's a full stack. And doing another thing, like, all of the ammo stacks so weird in Callisto. You only have 6 or 12 inventory spots, and no ammo stacks beyond 2. So if you have, like, 12 rounds a stack, you can only stack 24. You have 10 rounds a stack, you can only stack 20. Like, it's really weird. Make happy an even higher one. Yes, and, you know, again, dude, I mean, you know, I do have, like right now, you'll see. Let me just get a good angle here. But, like, right now, like, with Isaac, like, I have, light sharpening and a little bit of color contrasting. So the game looks a little better on output, but otherwise, it is what it is. And, you know, like, Metal Gear Solid is, like, my number 2 favorite video game of all time. Number 1 is Tekken Tag Tournament Arcade, like the legit 99 arcade cabinet version, or MAME, whatever, not the PS2 version. PS2 version is good, the PS3 HD version is excellent, but it just plays slightly slower. There's something about it. I guess when they rewrote the engine, they refined it, and it slowed things down very slightly, but it's noticeable. But Metal Gear Solid, the PlayStation version, not the god-awful Twin Snakes, everybody loved it first, and as time went on, hated. I can't stand it. The voice acting, again, it's the audio and the atmosphere. But you play Metal Gear Solid right now, which I do stream at least once a year, and the graphics melt away once characters start talking. Further proof? Listen to the codec cutscene where Snake is like, my arm hurts.
Have an alternate firing mode.
Hey, thank you for the follow. I made my own alert there. Oh, let me play another one for you. Hold on. When you eventually get to these other actions, you'll see. Where is it? Here we go. Dude, the fucking lighting on that was, or the animation, the lighting animation was a fucking nightmare. So here, let me, just for you, I always like to show my new peeps what I do here. I'm gonna play, I'm sure you're familiar with Street Fighter Alpha 3. Check this out, just for you, sir. I'm sure you will enjoy it. It's about just over a minute 20. Right back.
It's showtime!
All right, we'll save the best for we'll save more for later. I hope it. Yes, sir. Alpha 3, man, easily one of the best fighting games ever made. All about the style. Capcom vs. SNK2 does the same thing as well. Like you'll notice, like my transition screens here. Like I'll just go to my PC screen. So you'll see the screens transition here. Hold on, wrong one. I think it's this one. I should know this. Yeah, that's all from Capcom vs. SNK2. The screens and the arrows. I just switched them up to be more Twitch oriented. All right, quarantine.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can't go wrong with PC these days, but dude, like the Dreamcast was well known for its fighting games. The Dreamcast was ace for its fighting games. Alright, sir! I want to give you hugs! Damn it! Ooh, shit! Hard mode, groovy. Now watch me dock. Now that I said that. There's one more. Probably gonna come out of there. The way to go through the vents is so cool. I can't wait to see this in a remake. So PSP had a lot... Dude, PSP was way ahead of its time. I still have my God of War Red and Fatty launch units that were jailbroken, so I could emulate whatever on them, play whatever PSP game I want, and emulate PlayStation 1 beautifully. It's crazy. Crazy. God of War Red is the slim second unit, and then the fat one is the original one. Intensity Director? Yes! I actually... there was somebody who got their hands... I think they either sent him a review code or he was at a release event. Maybe the Game Awards, I have no idea. But he was like, dude, wow. Like, he was playing it and he was pretty impressed. And he sounded like a Dead Space, like, super fan. So, you certainly listen to what he had to say. But again, I don't want to, like, watch too much, because then I'm going to get all excited. And I don't want my enjoyment to be ruined. So I'm trying to, like, walk that fine line. All right, I'm checking this out, but I don't want to check too much out. You know what I mean? Oh, Quick Ducks, what's up, man? Oh, wait. Okay. We're just continually cruising on through. There he is. I'm just waiting for this last guy here. Like, come on, man. Damn, would you guys hurry up? All day. Oh shit, there's one behind me. We need to get out of here right now. This is where, if you are not prepared, this is where the game will insta-kill you. You always want to keep things within your shooting range. As you can see here, now we're not having a problem. There we go. Okay, now we can safely traverse. We had a game testing session without NDA for testers, which is kind of unheard of. Real. You know, I think that comes down to... They're looking to take advantage of the negative press that Callisto Protocol got. Because Callisto Protocol is a spiritual successor. And everybody had high hopes for that. And, well, you've seen what reviewers have said. I think people are treating it a little too unfairly, even though their critiques are certainly warranted. I mean, you can watch my streams. Either I posted them on YouTube, my link's right below here, or on my backlog. Like, just scrub through and you'll see me constantly say the things that are bad kind of outweigh the things that are good. Because Dead Space already did all of that 14 years ago. It's really weird. But, it's a shame, man, because Callisto Protocol has all of the ingredients to be super fucking awesome, and it's dialed back a bit because of questionable choices. It's really weird. It really is. But, yeah, dude, I would say, like, wait for, like... I would say it's worth $40. Totally worth 40. I spent 90. I paid a full price. No regrets, but it's wait for a sale. And then I'm sure you'd be like, oh, this is great, because you didn't pay as much for it. I can't wait to beat the fuck out of this game when it's re-released. I'm gonna go right for hard mode. I don't care. And then watch me regret that. Now, one thing I do in earlier chapters is I always go the opposite direction of where my nav point is. It's usually more fun that way. Then about halfway through is when I start paying attention to those nav points.
I finally convinced Jurgens to show me the video feed from the colony. And what I saw was glorious.
And this guy...
breathtaking. Miners undergoing a transformation into something extraordinary. I'm...
to suffer. Dude, Quick Decks. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm spoiling anything because these are one of those games you have to enjoy for yourself. But dude, seriously, I cannot stress enough. Like, get this or get the remake. You can't go wrong either way. I would say experience the original first, and then experience the remake after.
Needs to uncover their secrets. I need to study one of these necromorphs, as Kyne so clinically puts it. I need to witness this infection firsthand. Perhaps that patient from the colony.
Yeah, I'd say, dude, stick with the OGs.
What in God's name is going on?
Because, as I like to say, when you're going to experience a series or a string of games, always go in order. Because if you play the most recent or newest release first, going backwards could suck. But if you've gone in proper succession, you could easily weave back or forth. Like, you know, playing Dead Space 1 and then Dead Space 2, it's like, dude. But then you go back and play Dead Space 1, you're like, haha, you can see what they've done. So I think, what, Quick Decks, this is like $10 or something? I'm sure you could get these for cheap. I don't know if how that works on PlayStation. Or if you have Xbox, it's just backwards compatible.
I think that's precisely the point, Doctor. God's work.
I'm not so sure of that. We have to assume that the colony's problems are somehow connected to the marker.
You can assume all you want to. I do not. The marker is glorious and divine. You know that.
God moves in mysterious ways.
Anyway, we'll have it on board tomorrow. You can analyze it all you want to. What are you so worried about?
Worried? Captain,
Dude,
people
I
are
forgot
dying
about this.
down
There's
there.
the marker
Killing
replica
each
on the
other.
desk.
Is this madness? The transformation unitology teaches us?
Doctor. Terrence. There will always be risk when the stakes are high. And here, they're enormous. It could change everything.
And that's what worries me.
Yeah, dude, the story in this. I always say yeah, dude, when I get serious, but holy fuck, the story in this is really good. It's told in such a good way. It's kind of ridiculous. I think this is where we meet the crazy babies. Save stations, yeah. Okay. Yep, here we go. Come on! Come on! Let me out! Every time. Oh, damn, dude, that fucking sucks. Thank God we have our suit. We wouldn't be able to do that in Callisto Protocol. Dude, it's so just all of the designs in this, the storytelling, the atmosphere. This is one of those very rare lightning in a bottle moments where everything just comes together perfectly. Like Dead Space 3 is a very good example of something that at its core was good, but didn't really execute. And Callisto Protocol falls into the same thing. Not to say that Callisto Protocol is as bad as Dead Space 3. It's better than Dead Space 3, but that's not really saying much. You have to experience it yourself. One thing that really irritates me about Callisto Protocol is, like, when you find items in Dead Space, they're usually in like a free-form crate that like you drag around and you have to pull off of something, or it's in a bin, which makes sense because you're on a ship. There's bins, you know, people put their items in their workspaces, or there's little like lockers on the wall, like single-use lockers that slide horizontally, or the vertical lockers. In Callisto Protocol, everything's in a loot box or a oddly like limited interaction small box. It's really weird. Really weird. It's like, dude, this is 2022 on the cusp of 2023, and like you did really? Put your tentacles up. Yeah, see, I didn't shoot the tentacles off. That's why it took longer to kill those. Dude, this is great. The detail in this for 2008 is nuts. You hear that? It's a nursery lullaby. I have never noticed this before. In my 14 years of playing this, I have never noticed this before. This is the magic of Dead Space. Dude. I have never fucking noticed this before, dude. Like, what the fuck? You can still hear it playing. Dude, this is fucking awesome. Oh my god, get so good!
Alright, that thermite you picked up should be able to melt through the barricade. Use the shock pad to ignite it. Hope I can hold this position. I can hear something big moving out there.
Even though I know where I'm going, I always like to just quickly double check. In your mouth. Stop! All right. Stop! Oh, see, I just shoot. We're gonna have to hold up. Let's see here. 3 nodes. So I noticed they have like darker pants on with like it looks like they have a holster. I noticed that. Yeah, they showed the difference of this in the video. Like, I'm definitely watching the limb thing, dude. Like, I'm like, the more I talk about it with you guys, the more excited I get.
Okay, you're through. Should be clear from there to the morgue. Remember, the codes are on the captain's body.
PTSD!
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan transmitting ship-wide. We need more help. We don't...
Another thing I really love about the narrative, I mean, it's 12 stages. They got rid of the whole tram thing, so it's a little more linear, like Dead Space 2. Don't know how I feel about that. But one thing I love about the way the game is told through everything, like the video logs, the personal video logs, the cutscenes that happen in front of you. Like, the camera is always behind Isaac, unless it's something like the last boss battle, or the ship gets blown up in the beginning, or whatever. But there's never a dull moment. Like, there's always something happening. And it keeps you invested because the story is also very well done and told also well, as I just mentioned, because it has so many layers. Like, you have the unitologists, you have what the ship went through, the history of what the ship went through up to this point, what's happening with you, and how it all culminates. Yes, how it all culminates. And you know exactly what I know exactly what you mean by that, because you go back to the Ishimura, which is a great name, by the way, in Dead Space 2, and you're like, ugh. As soon as you
Have the
see it.
resources to deal with this many cases. Nobody would tell us what's happening. These wounds, we are not equipped to deal with this.
And I love how you could always swing the camera around.
Get him to the table.
And how he always
Not
looks.
you hold him down.
He always looks in a particular direction.
Every corner.
Like he's always looking.
That was Nicole, right? I can't tell from here when that log was made. I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
Sorry, we are full. No. And also, too, here, like this. Like, he looks at every individual inventory slot. Yeah, dude, it's crazy, man. It's just one of those very rare moments. Like, for instance, Resident Evil 4, what's the first thing I think of when I reminisce about Resident Evil 4? I streamed it via Dolphin, GameCube emulation. It was excellent. Don't get me wrong, it was really good. But it overwhelmed its stay. Like, that game could have easily been like an hour and a half short. Now, don't get me wrong, man. Like, for the time it came out, which Resident Evil 4 clearly inspired this. For when it came out and how well it's held up, that is a very phenomenal and rare thing. I am not shitting on Resident Evil 4 whatsoever. But about halfway through, I'm like, all right, like, can we move on, please? Like, this is taking way too fucking long. Resident Evil 3, I love that game with the exception, the original PlayStation release. I loved it with the exception of those fucking random puzzles. Oh my god, trying to speedrun those, which I used to do all the time, back before speedrunning was a thing. I always hated playing RE3. I would play it maybe every now and then, but I always went back to RE2. The OG RE2 and the remake are still very, very good games, because they were both released in different times, obviously. Different console generations, and they have their strengths for when they were released. But the remakes of 2 and 3, oof. And I hope with the remake of 4, they tighten it up a little bit, because that game could have easily been, like, 100%, like, nuanced completionist run-through. I would say maybe 5 hours instead of 8.5. Like, there's a lot of fluff. It's like, These guys try to fight. They always need a projectile at me. Damn it! Where are you, Moto? I know you're alive. He ran away. Dude, Alien Isolation. Holy fuck. Damn. We're gonna get along just fine. I'll preface with this. What I love so fucking much about Resident Evil 2 Original was when you played B scenario and you were about to call the train platform. I think you were activating it. And you come to that, like, that hairpin hallway. And you go up to the console and you activate it. And that camera plays. Just thinking about it, I'm getting crazy goosebumps. I don't know if you can see that. Crazy ass goosebumps. But Mr. X slowly walks up to the camera and overhead punches it. I was like, oh my fucking god. Because I got that game when I was in high school. And I remember if I wasn't being a good boy and I wasn't thinking, oh, I need to go to school tomorrow. It was a Thursday, I think. I would have beaten it the same day. And I remember I got home from school, instantly went to beat it, and I was like, I almost returned it. I'm not lying. I almost returned Resident Evil 2. I played Leon A, and I was like, I mean, I beat it in like 4 hours, you know, because I was huge into Resident Evil, especially the original. And then Scenario B opened up, and I was like, what's this? And I played, my preferred playthrough is Leon A, Claire B, and I was like, dude, holy fuck. That's what really brought Resident Evil 2 out, was the other side of the story. And then the remake comes out, and you'll see how this leads to Alien, where the audio cues, that just your spatial awareness of where Mr. X might be in a general direction, like there or he's there. Like he could be in the room next door, he could be 5 rooms over. But you just hear that boom. And every time, especially during my first couple of playthroughs, like my hands started getting sweaty and I found myself like tensing up. But man, Alien Isolation, oh my god. Like, I streamed that gleefully. I wish I would have uploaded those streams to YouTube. It was so fucking good. Now, once you understand how the alien works and with how you could hide behind shit, like, it gamifies it, like, it kind of circumvents the purpose, but, dude, it really does. And look at it this way. It reminds you that it's a game plenty of times, but overall, it is a sublime and very unique experience. Like, I remember when the Switch port or whatever came out, the devs were talking about not the porting process, but they were talking about the AI's routines and how they spent a lot of time trying to perfect it. And dude, it's so good. Yes! Hold on a sec. I will send you an invite right away. You're coming in instantly, my friend. It's a small, well, it's a reasonably sized community. It's very quaint, it's very quiet, but there's a lot of good people in there. Happy Boy Main, which is Happy Mira, Phantom, Egalagia, Lurk-a-Lot, he's great, QuickDex, like all of my regulars here, they're all in the Discord. So let me invite you to my community. You're one of the very first people who asked right off the bat. Thank you. So I'm going to do this. You are more than welcome, sir. Yes! I will reply to everything afterwards if you're to put anything in. Or if there's something of notice, let me know ASAP. There you go, you're in. Welcome! Psychotos Gaming Discord. Yeah, dude, check out, there's a lot of cool stuff. Twilight is our resident, he's been around since I started. He's huge into Gundam, so he has his own little Gundam page. Lurk, I made his own little Nier Galleria, as I like to call it. Oh, dude, don't even worry about it. I'm German and Italian by heritage. It's totally fine. No worries whatsoever, man. Yeah, you're gonna like it. It's small, it's quaint, but it's what matters. And that's what I look at the most. Alright, so, did I kill them both? There you are! Hold on a sec here. I think we got him. Yeah. Yeah, my heritage is German and Italian. Dominique Di Coco! Dominique Di Coco! Antonio Margaretti! Forlani. Margaretti. Arrivederci. Grazie. Buongiorno, buongiorno Vito. Come sta oggi? Va bene, grazie. 9. All right, so hold on a sec here. I'm just going to check into the Discord super quick. See, emojis. 1. All right, I'll put this in, and then I will get back to this. Yay! Love it. Those are actual sprites from their respective games. I'm very proud of those. Okay, so yeah, man, have a look around. There's a lot of cool things to check out. There's a lot of great people. You're gonna find yourself right. Okay. This is why it's important to play with headphones. Damn. I think we got him. Oh, really? So you native German. Dude, that's fucking cool, man. My heritage, my mother's side is Italian, like off the boat from Italy. Like they were born, my mom was born in 1960. She immigrated here when she was 10 and 19. And then my father's side of the family, he was born, my Uncle Gene was born in the UK, but my German grandmother immigrated from Germany, obviously, and she had my dad here, but German and Italian. And actually, the lady, she works for a German company. They do like plastic manufacturing and stuff like that. So she actually just went to Germany not so long ago. Interesting. Guten Tag. Yeah, I don't know German. I just know like some key phrases. For, you know, for obvious films and whatnot. How are we? Oh, dude, we're doing just fine. Yep. I'm feeling a little bit of a crunch on... I hate that fucking thing on the wall there. I'm feeling a crunch of the harder difficulty.
Hello?
With,
Can
like, less
anybody hear
items
me?
and such.
My name is
Still doable.
Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me. Who's crashing in the wall? Hello? There. Are you a doctor? Why is everyone... Wait. I know you. You're Paris, the prisoner from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help. Somebody help me. Please.
Dude, if you think about it, that audio lag is really fucked up. He's like, I just need a doctor. Oh, there's a lot of, like... And the cool thing about it, too, is, like, yeah, there's a lot of shocking elements in this, but there's a lot of subtle shit, too. There's a lot of subtle shit in this. Like, there's a lot of really fucked up audio logs. And that's why I really love the crazy dude, the dude with the beard who stabs a guy in the head with a knife. Like, he has such conviction. He's the voice actor did such a good job. Such a good job here. Crazy. Hero kind of reminds me of Psycho Mantis, man. Like, that's another thing that makes Metal Gear Solid so timeless. I don't mean to keep going off of tangents, but there's a lot of relatable things throughout different games. Like, the voice acting in Metal Gear Solid is so fucking good. Like, my favorite cutscene in the entire game is, if you're familiar with it, I'm sure you are, where Snake's thrown into the holding cells and he contacts Campbell and, I almost said Meryl, but he contacts, oh fuck, the English chick. God, why can't I remember her name? But anyway, he's like, she's like, Snake, can I do anything? He's like, Doctor, my arm hurts. And she's like, oh, Snake, you know, let me put the controller up to your arm. And she's like, tell me about yourself. And he's like, oh, I don't have. And, like, they just get into it. And, dude, it's so fucking captivating. And we're just listening to two fictional polygonal characters talk. But the voice acting is done in such a good way. It's believable. And those archaic graphics melt away. Again, man, like, as long as you manage things the right way, it's possible, because no matter how hard it gets, you always follow a system. You always follow an application, an approach. Oh, I see. You sent me a clip. Hold on. I will check this out later because I want to hear it with audio. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, ooh, I'll check. Dude, I'm checking out all your stuff, and I'm giving you a follow. Even though you were live 10 months ago, should I keep a follow on you or no? I'll keep it. Fuck it. But I will check out your clips. That's awesome. Are you playing on PC or... Just gonna let this... Looks like you might be on PC. It looks like you're on PC. Ah. See, I do have the good old games version. I do emulate PS3, which this looks excellent on RPCS3. I can, my rig can handle that. But I just like having the console version here. Ooh, awesome, man. I will definitely raid you. That's the case. Absolutely. I'm going to check out your stuff here. A lot of ooh, Witcher. Yeah, dude, we're excellent. Love it. Oh, yes. Dude. Dude. Oh, awesome. I don't read the text logs anymore. But I will be checking them out with the remake. I'm excited now, man. Talking with you and just getting into the thick of it, I'm excited. Oh, no, dude, no worries, man. Trust me, I can tell when people are being genuine or not. Most times, 90% I would say, but don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Science Log Chief Science Officer Dr. Kine reporting. The colony's problems concern me greatly. I have no doubt they are somehow linked to the discovery of the marker, but the exact nature of that connection is still unknown. Almost 40% of the colonists are...
Dude, the part that gets me every time, and I think it was on day 2 from, literally 2 days ago. No. Yesterday. Dead on arrival, when you're in the cruise quarters and you're just in that hub area and all the bodies are strewn everywhere with the candles and the writing of the marker and those bandanas over their heads with the hole in their head, dude. The first time I played this, I can't remember how I found out about it. I think it was just a couple of videos and like word of mouth. I saw the trailer. I'm like, I need this. I didn't know anything about it. So I remember I took a few days off. I took that week off from work, actually. At the time, my then girlfriend she was Puerto Rican heritage. So she went to Aguadillas because her grandparents were starting to get old and she wanted to visit them. It's been forever. So she went and I'm like, hey, you know what, babe? Since you're going to be in Puerto Rico, I'm going to be playing Dead Space. And I was like, oh my God. And the first time I got into the cruise quarters, I literally put the controller down and just listened. And I do that every time. And just thinking about it gets goosebumps. And that was back when I was just playing on a 1080p 42-inch Samsung monitor, at like 9 at night. Now, we have the Xbox with the backwards compatibility and headphones and like it's right in my face and I'm streaming to an audience. It's still super special. I'll never forget that.
Experiencing a form of dementia. The obvious symptoms are acute depression, insomnia, and hallucination. Incidents of violence and even murder also indicate extreme paranoia. Dr. Mercer has advised that I bring some of the affected on board for study. Dr. Wellen, the planet-side psychiatrist, has reported that his own analysis has been fruitless. I'm hesitant to rely on Dr. Mercer at this point, but I need his expertise. We need solutions.
I like this guy's voice. He's done a shit ton of voice work, dude. So what I just did there, you cannot do that in Callisto Protocol. Nope. Oh, there's the ammo there, right? Can't do it. Oh boy. I'm not even worried about this guy. Go down. Holy fuck! Dude, I didn't realize he did that much damage. God damn! Yeah, we're using this.
Codes received, and they look good. Thank God. I'll start accessing the captain's records right now. Head to the tram station, and I'll contact you there. I'm going to find out what the hell happened to the ship.
God damn, dude, I nearly died. Holy shit. Yeah, man. Like, I totally underestimated that. That's a good wake-up call, I will say. I'm not like, I'm confident, I'm not headstrong, but I'm like, yeah, I've played something like that before. He's like, nope. See, he's even pointing. He's like, bitch, you better think. I'm pointing you throughout the whole game. I just really hope to, like, this is not on me. This is on everybody. Again, not like I'm not pointing at you or whatever, but like, I really hope that, generally speaking, the audience accepts the remake for what it is. I'm sure it's not going to be terrible, but even, like, benefit of the doubt, what if it is? Like, I hope people could still look at the positives of it and what Motive is trying to accomplish. I really hope that's the case, because everybody, just like with Callisto, everybody's jumping all over it, and they're like, oh, it does not suck whatsoever. It has questionable design that hampers the experience a bit, but it doesn't mean it's a terrible game like everyone's making it out to be. Okay, so we're back here. You see, it's interesting you say that because they actually mentioned in their their interviews that they didn't want to go like FF7 Remake, like an RE. They want it to be more in line with RE2 and RE3 than FF7, because FF7 Remake was more of like a reimagining, like total reimagining, and like RE2 and 3 were more like system updates and slight gameplay refinements, like with the behind-the-shoulder camera and all that. So, like, the viewpoint you see here, where I think it's slightly off to the left, like, this is what Resident Evil 4 established, which now led to RE2 and 3 remakes. But FF7 Remake? Oh, shit. FF7 Remake is essentially like a total reimagining, when RE2 and 3 are essentially like subtle upgrades.
Somehow one of them found a way down to the captain's nest.
But FF7 Remake
I managed to contain it in a damaged escape pod.
This is an important plot trick, man.
Lifting executive lockdown now. I found the deck logs. Whatever is happening around here, it came from the planet when they cracked it open. It spread to the colony and reached the ship.
So, theoretically, the planet where the Aegis 7, I think, is essentially a giant gobstopper. But instead of flavor at the center, it's something that drives people crazy.
Isaac,
kind of like flavor.
this isn't an
Flavor
infection.
can drive people crazy,
It's
right?
some form of alien life. Shit, we've got bigger problems. The ship's engines are offline and our orbit is decaying. Get over to the engineering deck ASAP while I stay here and figure out what the problem is.
Try to sell and store your items. I'm really glad I decided to do hard mode today. Seriously. Yeah, dude, I'm feeling the squeeze of hard modes, like doling out of items. Like, it's definitely far more restrictive. Like, I'm pretty fortunate to have what I do. But, like, I'm feeling the squeeze. Like, I'm not gonna be able to upgrade. I hold on to my rule is bare minimum, at least one minimum of all important items. One large med pack, one stasis pack, one air can. Because you never know. Like, I actually had that happen to me yesterday. So, like, dude, even with Callisto Protocol, did I ever use that one item? Once I got used to it, no. But just in case, if something does not go according to plan, it's always good to have at least one backup. So it's either a large or a medium med pack, a stasis pack, and a can of air. I mean, dude, I have the inventory, you know? But that's very important. They're stacked so neatly. Hold on. Let's science. Damn it! Oh, wait! Alright, hold on. Hold on a second. Will this actually stick? I've never done this before. Watch the game bug out now. Like, it's gonna crash. It better be there! This is the first time I've ever done this. So one of the reasons I'm doing hard mode is I fucked up my saves before. I like to have each chapter. So here we go, blank space, chapter 3. All right. 34 minutes, not bad. It's crazy, dude. Twice in a row, I did this. Is it there? Ah!
You've got two problems, and we're working on borrowed time here. First, there's no fuel in the engines. Second, the gravity centrifuge is offline, which means there's a couple of trillion tons of rock pulling it down. I need you to get that centrifuge operational. Refuel the main engine and fire it up so I can stabilize the ship's orbit.
Now, if you were to nitpick, Isaac, do this, do that, turn this on, go here, destroy this, shoot this thing, fix this, Isaac! It's like, dude, I mean, it hides the fact that you're an errand boy well. That's what's actually really cool, if you ask me.
Personal log. Active.
And I didn't realize that Jacob Temple here is a guy that Crazy Man stabs in the head with a knife.
Chief Engineer Jacob Temple.
I was like, what?
It's
That's
been
totally
2 days
it.
since they pulled that planet open, since my captain died. The panic, the riots, they were nothing compared with what came after. Our friends, our co-workers, started coming back. Changed, coming back to kill us, drag us away. Rucker disappeared this morning, and I have to assume he's dead. My crew, they're starting to crack.
Like
I'm trying to keep an eye on them, but right now I have bigger problems. We're hemorrhaging fuel, and the primary engine is laboring. Danvers and I are going to try to reach the fuel depot to see if we can fix it. Temple out.
Another rule I have is I don't use, like, DLC weapons, like the heavier hitting, like, plasma cutter or anything. I just use the vanilla weapons. That's it. Okay, so see, we have our main save here, and then our actual save there. Really? Well, that's how you... I mean, if they don't drop loot, that's how you check for loot. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, you know, like, in Callisto Protocol, it's like a staple. You know, no pun intended. Like, I always, like, body check. I think that's what it's called, right? Oh, really? Yeah, always check. I mean, I do it for fun usually, but mostly I check because, you know, you never know. They might drop something, or one of those stupid, like, manta ray-looking things can come and zombify them. Don't forget, make sure to stop everything. All right, Isaac, Jesus. We're keeping it real, kids. Oh, yes, the staple quarantine.
This is Temple. Now the centrifuge is offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, the gravity tethers will pull us straight down to the colony. I'm heading in there now to see if I can fix it.
All right. So let's see here. Hit points. So we want... Yeah. You're telling me, man. Okay, so we have hit points. Let's see, plasma cutter. So we got damage next. That's gonna... I mean, I'm just looking ahead here, so... Okay, I always keep 1 node. Reload speed slow, but that's fine. We have more hit points, which is important. I like how we keep full health even when we upgrade. So it keeps your health where it is, and it just fills it. Let me just check my health. Yeah, we got plenty. We got plenty. Oh, that's right. We gotta do this. My bad.
Decontamination sequence activated. Please stand by.
So I think it's there, yeah. There, and to our left. I think there's 3 or 4.
Decontamination sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
I'm not a doctor! I don't have to do this! Get it right, computer! Okay, so here... Aha, that's right. I think this is the schematic? No. Okay, so this part, now that it's fresh in my head, it's not, it could be stressful if you're not planning the right way, but the stupid centrifuge, I hate this part, especially on harder difficulties where instant death, essentially. These always look like hair curlers. I'm sorry, but they're like space-age hair curlers. Seriously.
Exiting zero gravity. Entering zero gravity.
Okay, so what we'll do here then is this. Again, now that I'm a little more familiar. Well, first we gotta take care of the enemies, of course. Just a second. I think you know where I'm going with this. Now, I don't want to put them on the track because they can potentially explode, so I'm good. Really, guys? Come on. I just made it.
Generator module attached.
I cannot.
Generator module attached. Centrifuge power restored.
Alright, right there.
Centrifuge activated. Re-establishing balance with planetary cargo. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
Vacuum!
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
Holy shit, dude. I was like, great. That thing's gonna hit me now. That was a close call. was close. And I set these up here too, specifically. Hands are a little sweaty, and we're clear. Seriously, my hands are a little sweaty. Whenever I get tense or nervous, I always end up with slightly sweaty palms. Fucking hate this part. I believe this is where we encounter the tentacle guy for the first time.
Exiting vacuum.
I was ready for that! There it is. Now, on harder difficulties, that thing will be the end of you. If you're not, like, ready for it. You could easily die right here. And have to do all of this all over again. Not that that's a bad thing, because Dead Space is still fan-fucking-tastic, but all of it. I think you get, what, 3 saves throughout the entire game? Can't remember. Yeah, we're doing really good here. Love it. Now, sometimes when you come back, the alternate lockers are open. Okay, so not the case here, but that's fine, because we're thorough. Okay, we got 111, 122, yeah, 136 shots. Dude, I forgot about that. That's so fucking awesome. Love it! Okay, here next, let's sell what we don't need. I think that there's a necromorph that comes down the hall when we return back. Always leave a little in the bank, never spend everything.
What in hell is going on here? Danvers, Henderson, he's crazy. He's pulling his own teeth out.
I remember this log.
For God's sake. Oh, God. Is he dead? Relax. He's alive. But he hit that door pretty hard. Man, why would he do something like that? I don't get it.
I guess that's the dude! I forgot about that. Ooh, hello! Ah, that's right. This is always here. So we're gonna do this and then that after. Which damage is good. We're near maximum damage, but we're always holding on to at least 2 nodes at any given time. It's always good to have 2 of everything. Just, you know, of course depending, but you get the idea. I'm actually going this way instead. Oh wait, we can't. Damn it! I thought I was being clever! Never mind, sorry. Like it. But I'm too excited. There's a node here. It's around the corner, actually. Okay, so that leads back to the control room. I'm not going to worry about that yet. Oh, okay, good to know, good to know. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for keeping me updated. So you got the flu or something? Feel a case of the necromorphs coming on?
Refueling sequence activated.
Oh no, dude, I had it myself. I wasn't vaccinated, but I caught it. And I was essentially on the couch from Friday morning till Monday morning. I wrapped up nice and tight with extra blankets, sweated out. I got that Paxlovid medication through like a Skype call with a doctor, and the lady got me like orange juice and like NyQuil. That sucks, man. It hits everybody differently, but just take care of yourself, treat yourself well. You'll be fine. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Have you had it for a while, or is it new, or what? I love how you can just see what's going on here. Yeah. Shit. Gonna hurt. That's what I get for not focusing on stasis. Or those explosives. Overall, though, I think I'm doing pretty fucking good. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's going to be really annoying for a while. Like, I would say for, like, the next week, you're gonna be like, ugh. And it's not like, you know, it's gonna slow you down or anything, but it's just gonna feel like there's like a parasite sitting on your shoulder, like, flicking your ear the entire time. Like, ha ha ha, nope, you can't get. There's the note I was talking about. Can't do that yet, buddy, sorry. Nope.
Never should let him live. Never should let Shut it, Danvers. Shut it. Engineering log. Temple reporting. Someone has shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves in the process. They need to be repaired before I can reopen them, but we're running out of time. With the engine offline, orbit decay will begin in less than 10 hours. I just can't understand who would do this. If it's one of those crazy unitologist bastards, I'll break...
No, that's good. I mean, I wasn't vaccinated. I didn't agree with it, but that's just me. I'm not trying to preach or anything like that. But I was like, nah, I think I'll be good. And I was. I mean, everybody reacts differently, but I was pretty fortunate in that regard.
Said they were coming. We never should have let them live. Shut up, Danvers! Help me with the tools. Temple out.
I see. Ripper, like we're gonna need it. Jesus. A Ripper dock? That's the wrong game, man! Oh, Ripper weapon!
Whatever you did, it's working, Isaac. I have a fuel reading. It's only a quarter full, but that's enough to restore orbit once you bring the engines online. What the hell?
Any respiratory disease, ginger broth, dude, nice. Yep, I mean, I fell out of favor with exercise for a while, but I got back into it. I lost like 40 pounds in like 3 months. I just went back to what I was doing, but I always like followed just like, you know, old adages and just, you know, precautions. An ounce of care is worth a pound of cure, man. So for me, it's like usually NyQuil, extra strength, and orange juice, chicken broth, sleep, and just basics.
False alarms. Thought I saw something.
Can you hear me? It's Kendra. They attacked me. I ran for it, and Hammond just...
Yeah, right.
He just disappeared.
Kendra? Where are you?
Nice to see you're alive and well, Hammond. I've barricaded myself in the computer core. I can hear them moving outside, but I don't think they know I'm in here. I can launch into everything from here. I hacked the route and found some reports from the colony. Even before they cracked the planet, the colonists were experiencing widespread dementia. It seems to be related to some artifact they found on the planet. Something called the Marker. I'll keep looking. I've got your location and I'm going to unlock the door to fuel storage. You can get to the engine chamber from there.
Totally welcoming. Dude, my hardcore German grandmother used to call it Jewish penicillin. It's true. Whenever I used to live with her for a while, from like 2002 to like 2006. Some of the best years of my life. And she cooked like old school chicken cutlets, crepes, which we call pancakes. She'd make like a stack like that. And we would, like, she'd spend all morning making crepes, and my cousins and I would just eat instantly. Me, Derek, and Kevin. Or Kevin, Derek, and I. But Jewish penicillin. She'd make chicken soup, and she'd save the broth. Like, she'd let it marinate for like days. And whenever I'm like, Grandma, I'm sick, she's like, oh, you made Jewish penicillin! Boom. OJ, a lot of chicken soup, and sleep, and NyQuil, of course. And I was fine. Yep. She passed a few years ago, which is unfortunate, but her memories will never go anywhere. So I think that guy we saw running here is going to be in the control room. You know, with the game here, you commented before like how people don't stomp the dead bodies. Like I did for like the first time ever. I stomped this dude out, So he couldn't get infected, and that's one less enemy to worry about. Hell yeah. Ha 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 ha, see, yeah. Nah, dude, it's all good, man. With something we're obviously familiar with, it's totally fine.
Entering zero gravity. Exiting zero gravity.
Where are you? Stop it! Stop it! I'll take that. Thank you. You cannot do that in Callisto Protocol, dude. I can't grip anything like that. It's like you have to go up to it. It's like, why? It's actually kind of maddening. I think you got 38 seconds left.
Exiting vacuum.
So loud and wonderful. Oh, this part. Okay. I hate these things. I cannot fucking stand those things. They freak me out, man. Not a lot of gaming enemies creep me out, but that one fucking creeps me out every time. Ugh.
This is Temple. Screw the engine. I can't restart it by myself, and with all the other shit going on, it's obvious this is sabotage. I'm heading for the bridge, and then I need to find Elizabeth. I gotta get her off this ship. It's not safe.
Put your tongue back in your mouth. Stop it! When you get to Calypso, you'll ultimately notice, like, really quick, all the similar, like, design philosophies within. One thing, and I'm sure it'll be included in the remake, is look speed. Ah, he's like, shoot me in the heart. Those are really mutated titties there, girl. Get the fuck off of me, you freak! Keep thinking those, oh, guys are gonna be on the walls. Hey, whoa, whoa. Oh shit! I hate those the most, but those wall guys really freak me out. I would imagine, dude, and I'm more of a console guy. I played the PC version. There's like a couple of things you got to do. I got it off of goodoldgames.com, so I'm not restricted to PRM. I have the PS3 version emulated, and I purchased officially the original disc copy, and then this again, with all the respectable DLC that mattered to me. PC is for archiving purposes, but mostly this is for enjoyment and streaming purposes. I don't normally stream a lot of games from PC unless it's like emulation, aka games preservation. It's always console. Lasagna. Something about this lasagna. But I think there's like a couple of workarounds or like even mods or whatever for the PC version. I could be wrong on the mod part, but I know there's a few like improvements that have been done for it. I've always been a controller guy. Like I've been using controller ever since like the good old days. Like I tried playing Doom with mouse and keyboard. I mean it was just a keyboard at the time. I just couldn't do it. I forget about that all the time. That's always the same. But what I did for Doom is I actually had I actually still have it. It's still my left here somewhere, but it's a USB adapter, PlayStation 2 to PC adapter. So I always used a PlayStation 2 controller. Whenever I emulated way back in like the late 90s and playing Doom, I always used a controller. And ever since. Yeah, but it's you know, it's where you were brought up. I was brought up on Nintendo and like Sega Genesis. I got a PC later on. Like my first PC, I think was like 1993. I was like 12 at the time. So yeah, mouse and keyboard for me was more like utility, like I'm on a computer typing shit, you know, using Word or whatever. But like controller or gaming has always been controller. So even when I'm on PC, if I have to play a PC game or stream a PC game, I did not do that last time. I will always have a controller in tow. I never ever use mouse and keyboard. I tried once with Overwatch with Genji. I looked like I kept on running into the 1994 Cyberdyne system model. Come on, I'm here! Come on! You were born after Terminator 2. Holy shit! Real? I grew up. It's a neural net processor. It's like no, it's a neural net, but he's like neural. It's a neural net processor, learning computer. The more contact I have with humans, the more I learn. Dude, I grew up idolizing Schwarzenegger, man. Predator, Terminator, Terminator 2, True Lies, Running Man, Total Recall. Eraser was good too. That was like his last really good movie. Last Action Hero is highly underrated. Come on, I'm here, come in now! That's like his most famous line. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm here Monday through Saturday. Be sure to tip your waitress. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I hate these things. That was actually kind of cool. It's like, want to set ourselves up, because enemies will only appear after, I'm sure you're aware. Yes, he was born in Graz, Austria. 47. I have his Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. He's the reason I got into working out. Like, I owe a lot to him. I mean, grew up idolizing his movies, and then learning about bodybuilding and how important that is. But it's like this thick. It's a paperback version. It's one of the first things I ever bought that, like, I've held on to. But yeah, like, the precedent he set for, like, bodybuilding and, like, working out and just, you know, being healthy in general. I mean, yeah, steroids, whatever, but the principle behind it is what matters most. And, of course, his films. Not all of them are films. A lot of them are good movies, but his films, all good stuff. Obviously, some are better than others, but that's another story. My movie did all the way. It's like, no, Arnold, stop it. Terrible. Yep, and that's all you need, man. Like, what I did is, when I was like an absurdly low amount of body fat, like 7% at one point. It's crazy. That's when routines are crazy. I did a Spartan race for the first time ever. I was a personal trainer for a while, and I pretty much just applied basics. Stick to the basics, progress will follow, right? Yep. Veggies, yeah. Like, dude, all of your core macronutrients, carbs, fats, and proteins. That's it. And that's what he talks about in his book. And there's nothing wrong with carbs as long as it's a vegetable or a fruit. Simple carbs, complex carbs. You know the ordeal. But I stopped working out. Like, my situation changed. And I essentially didn't work out for like 4 years. And I put on like a lot of weight. I put on like 80 pounds, okay? So, now hold on a sec. It's a lot, but us German boys, we are husky. We'll be thick. I mean, I was obviously, like, I didn't have a gut, but I was starting to get like a slightly round belly, but I was a stocky boy. So, when I stopped working out, I was doing like burpees, a lot of jumping rope, and just your basics. Bench press, rows, blah, 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 blah. My diet sucks. I cleaned my diet up, started working out right at the end of August, and as of this morning, I am 240 pounds. When I stopped working out before, I was like 215, 220-ish, and then when I peaked, I was at 279. That was back around August 22nd. Now I'm like 240. It's like, all you need to do is apply yourself and be consistent with it. That's it. No, like, well, I mean, you know, I supplement with a couple of things here. I have a vegetarian protein shake, like things like that. But otherwise, it's just healthy eating and good practices, man. That's it. Yeah, there you go. Like, I prefer, like, jasmine or whatever, like, white jasmine or brown, whatever I'm in the mood for. But as long as it's in moderation and your core foundation is healthy, you're fine, dude. No stupid, like, dietary supplement that'll help me burn fat. No. Like my routine this morning, did 4 back exercises, 4 sets apiece with double unders. And that's it. It took me 40 minutes from start to finish. And I was golden. And there we go. We just gotta shoot everything.
Mission sequence initiated.
Yes. Oh, goulash. My grandmother. You want some goulash? Yep. See, I'm telling you, man. You reminded me a lot of my grandmother. That's fucking awesome. Even her, like, you know, she was a meaty woman. Like, she wasn't, like, disgustingly fat. She was just, you know, she was old school. She was like a can of soup. Like, just help. Dude, okay, look at this way, right? I'm not making this up. I go to visit her, and she's always like, hey, how you doing? She had that accent. And her arm was in a sling. I'm like, Grandma, what happened? She goes, oh, I was at the movie theater, and when I opened the door, my foot got stuck, and I fell. And she fell on her arm. She broke her arm. Ironically, the movie she went to go see, Terminator Genesis, I mean, I was like laughing my ass off. And that cast was on her for maybe, I would say, 8 weeks. Of course, she was limited. But, dude, at the time, she was, like, in her 80s. And that happened. And I called her the Panzer Tank. I personally called her the Panzer Tank. She went and was on her own until her last days. No, I mean, you know, obviously my dad, like my stepmom, my parents divorced years ago. My stepmom is her mother-in-law is a nurse, and you know, she lived in a 3-story house, so my Uncle Gene lived upstairs, so she had in-laws with her the entire time. But needless to say, 75% of her well-being was all on her own until her last days. And that's something for me to aspire to. That's why I will never forget her.
Please stand by.
Whoops, wrong button. YouTube. I feel like Continent Aliens. What the? Oh, how about you? You're awesome too? Yeah, that's not. Whoops.
Please confirm mission.
Ooh, nah, dude, hey, you're a booty guy. There's nothing wrong with that. I have a thing for Asians. The wife knows that. I'm perfectly happy with my wife. I'm not longing to be with an Asian behind her back. It's like, Asians are hot. I love my Asians. There's nothing wrong with that. You're a booty guy. There's nothing wrong with that. I would say I'm like, It's kind of like Arnold in Total Recall, where he's on a chair. She's like, how do you like your women? Voluptuous? Athletic? Athletic. I prefer athletic. But yeah, dude, the lady and I actually met for the first time in the Spartan race. She was in her heat. Her heat just started. Her race, not her hormones. And she was in her group. She saw me. She turned a corner, gave me a hug, and ran off. I'm thinking of all the stereotypical jokes, but putting that aside, I mean, you know, I always enjoyed culture. Different cultures. Like, one of my favorite things to do, and this is no joke, or I'm not trying to, like, you know, butter up the conversation, but one of my favorite things to do when I was a teenager, when FYE was a thing in the mall, is she a ginger? Those are the worst. You gotta watch out for those. They will kill you, man. Always be fearful of a woman's scorn. I think that's how the saying goes. But I used to love going into the music section, back where they had the headphone racks, and then you could, like, sample different music with the switchboard. Dude, gingers have a temper, man. I don't know what it is. They always have a temper. And I mean that sincerely. Like, don't piss a ginger off, man. Seriously, I'll get fucking angry. I mean, you're a German ginger? Jesus Christ, dude. One of the coolest dudes I ever knew was Ray Engelhuber. He was one of the most ghetto white people I've ever met, but he was one of the most down-to-earth, well-spoken, intelligible dudes I've ever met, and he was a German ginger. And I would not want to see Ray angry, but he was very humble. But, where were we with this? Yeah, but, like, body types, I mean, we all have our preference. I'm more athletic, you know, but, you know, little meat here and there never hurt anybody. But we first met during a Spartan... Well, we were talking beforehand. I joined the group just because I was looking to get laid. And I'm like, oh, a Spartan singles group. Okay, whatever Spartan is. And everyone's like, yo, dude, like, you're in good shape. You should do a Spartan race with us. I'm like, okay. And that's how the lady and I started communicating, and we met for the first time in our first Spartan race. It's awesome. She's Middle Eastern, actually. She was born and raised Kuwaiti. She speaks a language that's beautiful. And just like back in the day when I would go to that switchboard... I always enjoyed listening to different cultures. Oh, I gotta hit the button. I always enjoyed listening to, like, different cultures and, like, just learning about what's out there, you know? It's always fun. Culture's awesome.
Engines firing.
It's working.
I like, you know this is the guy from 300 who was kicked down the pit? The black dude? This is madness! Like, this is Sparta! He's the dude who fell in. He was also in Jason X, which was another horror movie in space. There you go. Jason X was fun. He's like the, dude, he's in crazy shape. He's like a martial arts expert. And I love the part where, like, he gets stabbed through the wall. Like, right here, he was like, oh, it's gonna take a lot more than that to Break you with this, black man. Then, like, gets stabbed through the heart. He's like, yeah, that'll do it. It's fucking hilarious.
Online and functional. Finally, some good news.
Poor guy,
Get a
man.
to the bridge,
God
Isaac.
damn it.
I'm gonna take us back into a geostation.
Wait, we're not safe yet.
Of course,
Ship's asteroid
Kendra
defense
comes in.
system is
Nope, sorry.
offline. On the way up, the ship's going to pass through a debris field thrown up from the planet crack. We'll be ripped to pieces unless you restart it.
Isaac, go down.
God damn it. I'll start working on it from here. Isaac, meet me at the bridge. You can do more good here than I can.
Isaac, where are you? It's me, Nicole.
Wait a minute, is he here? Yeah, there he is. I knew you were there. You can't scare me, Fred. Freddy! Freddy. Okay. This is why we sell everything but plasma energy. Let's see here. Dude, this is why you do plasma cutter only. I mean, seriously. That's 159 plus what's in stock. We could sell the small air canister. There you go. Yeah, exactly. But that's why I decided to do hard mode. Like, what'll end up happening with Dead Space Remake is I'll be doing hard mode, and then I'll try, like, the crazy difficulty mode. But that's exactly what happened even in Callisto Protocol, because the way I approached it was I'm like, all right, this is the spiritual successor to Dead Space. So let me, hold on a sec here. I love this map, dude. I'm just gonna play Callisto Protocol exactly how I approach Dead Space. Which is, the primary weapon you get at the beginning, just upgrade the shit out of it. To an extent, of course. The upgrade paths are a little different. And then, just the melee stick, which is what I call it. The melee's really weird, dude. Like, I'll have to, maybe, like, tomorrow or something, if you're around, I'll give you a little, like, insight to, I'll give you a little bit of insight to Callisto Protocol. It's not hard. If you approach it like Dead Space, dude, you're fine. Let's do capacity. So I accidentally did this one last time, so actually no, that doesn't matter. I did this one by accident. So what we'll do is, oh wow. So that's, and then that'll lead to these. That, so essentially we have to do this one or this one for sure. All of the other ones are more or less like trivial. Rig, I'm saving these. I am saving this for when I have enough nodes. I'm always keeping 2 nodes on. Kinesis, don't even worry about it. Stasis, we start focusing on stasis a little later, so it's like 1... Oh, wait. Now we have to start here. So this one we have to spend 2. And then we just go about whatever. That's kind of like one where we have to use all the upgrades. It looks like a face. It looks like Peter Pettigrew. What's up with that? But in Callisto Protocol, dude, the last boss on hard, there are two phases. There's his, like, more humanish phase, which he looks like John Cena trying to sell you Experian Boost. He's like, Nurse! John Cena, yeah! And then he turns into, like, the last boss from Resident Evil 2. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. I always, like... Even though when you approach this appropriately, it turns into, like, more of, like, just shoot everything, there is a rhythm to it. And, like, if I was to do, like, Zealot mode or whatever, like, Impossible mode, I would focus on health first. Like, bump my health up right away, and then do damage, and then work from there. I did that, dude. I mean, look. Like, you'll see here. Like, I got all 1,000. All 1,000 achievements. The last achievement was November 1st of 2008, and then the first achievement was October 20th of 2008. Like, I fucking went crazy with this. Dead Space 2, I didn't do the hardest difficulty. It's too much. Way too much. This game here, at least you get a break. It's segmented. Like, Dead Space 2 is a little too long to try and go through that way. But that's something you need to be consistently on. Like, that requires at least 3 or 4 playthroughs before you commit. Because once you commit, and you fuck it up, you have to do it all over again. Yes, yes it is. Especially in Dead Space 2, dude. The needle in your eye, like, yeah, that's save point 1. That part, oh my god, that was so fucking cool. That was, dude, Dead Space 2 is so good. It's kind of overlooked because this is just so fucking sublime. Yeah, I know, especially on harder difficulties, man. Fuck that. Course correction completed. Making good time too, especially on hard. Right. Can replay your logs from the database screen. Oh, this is, you know what? I'm taking this like a man, dude. Everyone would normally save. Again, generally speaking, everybody usually saves around the shooting segment. I'm just gonna play it up, and if I die, I die. What am I gonna do? I have to do it again. This still looks so fucking good, dude. It's insane how good this is.
Isaac, come in. Kendra's right. The ADS is completely
shut.
I'll need your help to fix this. Kendra, if you can hear me, see if you can get to the ship's reports. It sounds like you have better access from there.
When are you going to tell us about the artifact, Hammond? This marker.
And the first time you play it, you're on her side. You're like, oh, Kendra. And then at the end, you're like, you bitch! Dude, go for it, man.
I don't know anything about it.
I did it. It's totally possible. Remember, no matter what you're playing, even if it's a fighting game or survival horror at its finest, aka Dead Space, or like Resident Evil 2, another fan-fucking-tastic update. Whatever. If you understand how things function as a whole, like how they all overlap and work, you could easily beat the shit out of it. Dude, I'm telling you, what? Callisto Protocol, okay? Callisto Protocol. I started streaming that December 2nd, its launch day. I took 5 days, and I instantly went to hard mode. Because it was Friday, Saturday, then Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. And instantly, the second after I beat it, I went to hard mode. I went on easy mode the first playthrough, which took 5 days, and then the latter half of day 5 was hard mode. And dude, I went through hard mode in 4 days. It would have been a little shorter if I would have streamed it longer for each day. And the last boss, literally, I destroyed it without getting hit once on hard mode. All right, I'll be here.
It's referenced in the captain's records. They brought it up from the planet.
It's on the ship?
In cargo. They think it's of alien origin, but I don't know what the hell it is.
Really? CEC didn't know anything about it. You're lying.
Back off! I am not the bad guy here.
He really
We're all
is.
shaky right now. You're gonna have to trust that I don't know anything about it. We've entered the debris field. Get to the captain's nest. I'll explain everything later. Hammer down.
A bird pilot stick? Oh my god! Oh, it's a figure of... I don't have to worry about ammo.
Heavy damage, but containment looks solid. Life support is stabilized. We've got to get the ADS working.
Oh, that's right. Oh, he busts out after. Okay. Let me actually... You know what? I don't even need to worry about it. Hold on. We definitely don't need to worry about it. Okay. Ooh, perfect. We can update our save. Storage units, Jesus Christ. Your Xbox 360 memory card, man. Use it. Love it.
Isaac. Damn, you scared me. The place is making me
How'd
jumpy.
I scare you, huh?
Fucking asteroids coming through the roof. Look, I know Kendra doesn't trust me, but I don't know anything about a marker or anything else. This is supposed to be a repair mission. Plain and simple. This mess is the
I
asteroid
like how
defense
there's a
system.
text log here. Because
I can
he's
fix
gonna be
these
talking.
boards, but the main power routing is shot.
Dude, this still looks impressive.
You're gonna have to reroute them manually through at least
Still looks
3
great.
junction boxes to activate the primary cannon. Oh, but first, you need to activate the atrium elevators from bridge security. You can use them to get to the junction boxes. By the way, Isaac, be careful. I saw something out there. I don't know what. I only got a glimpse. It was big. Really big.
There's something in those trees, Dutch. It's got Billy's for spoon.
Shit! Stand back!
Come
That
on,
one was
Dutch.
dead when I sealed the pod. These things don't die easily.
One more score, Arthur. It's all we need. Come on, Dutch. Every time. Cracks me up. So he comes through here, I think. There he is. Hi, buddy. Hit. I was supposed to slow him down. Oh, okay.
Your weapons can't punch through that thing's armor. Shoot it in the back, Isaac.
Oh, that's close. Wait a minute. That was a little slappy.
Quarantine lifted.
Just a little.
Isaac, make us whole again.
Yeah, I let my stasis run out. Whoops. That could have been just a little cleaner, but I think we're doing pretty good overall. I wasn't looking at notes. Let's put... Alright, we're gonna do health here, and damage on the next one. We're still gonna stick with the rule of 2, and like Star Wars, but much cooler. Oh, it fills us up? I wish I would have known that. That's alright.
Breach, come in. We've been boarded. Repeat, the ship has been boarded. We are under attack. Open fire. How are they? They've already killed most of the deck staff. We need security back up here immediately. Guns are useless. We can't hold them back for very long.
Someone's bloody! Oh, that's right. I gotta hit the button. Duh.
Atrium elevators are now online.
This is mutiny. You'll all be tried for mutiny. Kind, make them listen to reason.
Settle down, then. Hold him. By Maritime Law, Article 5469, I hereby declare Captain Benjamin Mathias unfit for duty.
The marker must be delivered to the church.
That guy looks like Michael Chiklis.
Terrence, please.
I'm sorry, Ben, but I can't let you do this.
Traitor. Heretic.
Hold his head.
Murderer!
Hold him.
That is brilliant. What's up with the eye, man? Everybody always goes for the eye. Oh, I didn't mean to kill him. Dude, he stabbed him in his fucking eyeball.
Dead.
Not a martini, Olive. Jesus. I'm sorry. That's
No, it was an accident. I had to stop him.
Arrest the doctor.
Stick a needle in your eye? No, sorry, buddy. All right, free stasis. Love it. Dude, the audio in this game is fucking incredible.
It looks like some of the gravity plating is malfunctioning.
Oh, yes, the floor
Keep an
part.
eye out for any kind of distortion effect coming from the floor. It could be dangerous.
Now, the game tries to interrupt you here. So you turn the corner and it's like, ah! And you're like, ah! You turn the corner and you're dead. We don't do that here. This is another section that got me really nervous on higher difficulty. Dumbass! I'll take that. You turn the corner too quickly, you're fucked. Ah, dude. Love it. Wait. I'm gonna be very careful here. Just hug the corner, you'll be fine. I guarantee you in the remake, these are gonna be randomized. Watch. Oh, wait, we have another... Dude, it would be awesome organizing your house with. Seriously. Fine, I'll move the couch again as long as it's only at 9% something. Where is he? I did the same thing last time. Where is he? There, he's gonna bust right through.
Rerouted. I'm making some progress with the tracking grid. One of the cannons is giving me a hard time. Keep moving.
Always keep your plasma cutter oriented horizontally. Always. Unless if you're fighting like these guys on a wall, then you want vertical. Or those crawly thingies that come after you, you want that to be vertical as well. But always horizontal. It helps with... I almost ran over that. It helps with shooting off the legs. That is your best asset for survival. The only other time we see those gravity lifts is on the ship that crashes into us. I can't remember the name. Still have like 175 ammo. Oh, this is awesome. And we're just under a third of the way done on hard mode. Fine, that's help. I've been playing this for years, but still. Monthly management. I can't read the rest. I can't wait to read that sign in the remake. Oh, is this where we get? I can never remember. Because there's a few places where we backtrack. Never mind. Perfect example why you want vertical orientation. Because you want to chop their arms off as soon as possible. Okay. Never be too sure. Just saying. we're definitely good. How many power nodes? Perfect. I love how the vent sounds. It's just so heavy. Very industrial. Perfect. And we're gonna go one more here. There we go. That's how we do it. Love it. Oh, we're going forward? I never knew. Holy shit! I thought we were going up or down. Because the arrow shows down, right? And I totally just went the... Oh my god, I went the wrong way. I just came from here. Fuck! Oh, I went the wrong way! God damn it! Ooh, took it over! Yeah, you're backtracking, bro. Well, so much for a speed run. Oh, we are going up. Okay. Yeah, I read that too. Whoops! Okay, we need to go up. Okay. There are a few parts that always get me. This is it. This is one of them, I should say. So we need to run through that field, blah, blah, blah.
Make us whole again.
This is Temple. The bridge is fucked. I don't know what went on in there, but I'm not sticking around in case whatever did it comes back. I'm heading for hydroponics to find Elizabeth.
That was nice. I'm recording that.
Power transferred to the ADS.
Okay. Primary oscillation power has been rerouted. Look, I don't know about you, but I think I'm seeing things. My head's pounding still. I don't know. Just stay sharp, okay?
Just being a little more vigilant on where you go.
Isaac, listen up. I've gone over the MedSci reports. These things are biorecombinators. They take dead tissue, absorb it, and mold it into new forms. One iteration seems to have the sole purpose of infecting corpses. The others, well, seem to be making corpses to infect. And that body tissue we keep seeing on the walls is part of it too. I found a report that says it's a habitat changer.
This way, you're thinking it looks like it says? Forgot about that. It's cool because we could go in here and we'll be totally safe.
Exiting vacuum. Entering vacuum. Exiting vacuum.
Correction, this is another room that we see these grav plates in, as they call them. Collision's a little strange on that, but whatever. It's not a game-breaking thing. It's a crate-breaking thing. Yes. Security phone. Yeah, I guarantee you in the remake, that's gonna be random, and it's gonna make it a pain in the ass, and everyone's gonna complain about it. Oh, it wasn't in the original. What? Jeff, come on! Looty, looty. Okay, I didn't realize I had full health. And lastly, can we do this? I forget. No, we have to shoot it. Okay. You can only shoot exposed, like, wiring and whatnot. It usually glows.
Asteroid defense system now online.
All right, we've got enough power, but the ADS cannon's auto targeting is down. I think it's a faulty data cable. I need you to aim the cannon manually until I can replace it. Take the elevator to the top of the ship and head for the cannon pit.
Ah, dude, the hanging bodies. Ooh. I completely overlooked that.
Entering vacuum.
Nice.
Exiting vacuum.
Okay, so we need to go up. Oh, there's oxygen everywhere. Interesting. Destroy the ass for hemorrhoids. Alright, boys, moment of truth. I'm not saving. We're gonna do this. We're doing this and we're doing it well. I'm just gonna pretend it's on zealot mode or impossible, whatever. And my last save was a while ago.
Isaac, you're going to have to cross the ship exterior to reach the ADS cannon. Problem is, we're still getting bombarded
The trick
by
is,
asteroids.
wait for the sparks to
Look
go
for cover,
away,
or you
move
get
to the
torn
next
to
one.
pieces.
You could also jump, but it's risky due to the
Entering vacuum.
due to the curve, and I don't go on the
Entering
sides.
zero gravity. Warning.
Right here.
Multiple impacts detected across the starboard hull.
So you'll see those sparks flying off, right? You just wait for them to complete, and you run to the next one as quickly as possible. I'm sticking with what I'm familiar with. Risk it, but we're not. So again, in the OG version, just wait for the sparks to disappear, run to the next. Repeat until to the other side. And I love how the air ticker is essentially like an EKG. That's so cool. A lot of clever things here. That's it. We're through. Now, it's not over yet.
Exiting zero gravity. Exiting vacuum.
That's it, Isaac. You're in the pit. The cannon's a mass driver, so it should punch through anything flying at us. Keep an eye on the hull's integrity. Too many of those things get by, and we're dead. I think I've almost got the system repaired. Buy me a little more time. operational.
We're gonna get a little more damage here, but that's fine.
Automated tracking system enabled.
Nice shooting, Isaac. Auto-targeting is now online and clearing a path to safe orbit.
What do you mean auto-targeting?
As soon as
That's
we're
me.
clear, I'll engage the autopilot again. Head to the tram station, and I'll meet you there when I'm done.
Entering vacuum. Entering zero gravity.
Thank you. Got him away, boy. I think there's a couple of babies coming up. Oh. Hey, I look like a baby. Sorry. Not that I shoot babies, it's just the enemy that looks like a baby. Come on, I'm about to explain myself.
Exiting zero gravity. Exiting vacuum.
Wait! Isaac Hammond. You're not gonna believe this.
I don't believe it!
Oxygen levels are falling. Something's poisoning hydroponics air production, and whatever it is, it's filling the deck up with that organic stuff. We're not going to have any air to breathe
but
soon.
not to the point where it drowns. As long
But if
as
I
it don't take
understand
forever,
these
obviously.
lab reports correctly, I think I can make a poison to destroy it. Head to medical. It should have everything you need.
Will this never end?
Nope.
Isaac, get to medical and mix together whatever Kendra's come up with. I'm heading to hydroponics. If I can slow it down, that might keep us breathing long enough to fight it.
You know, I never thought of this, but she's essentially Paul Reiser. Like the guy you trust, the company guy, and then he fucks you over. Baby. Those are essentially face huggers, speaking of aliens. I think that's why I mentioned Paul Reiser, because, like, Freudian slip, Alien was on the brain, because I instantly recognized this without even realizing. Alright, so as soon as we get to our first save point in Chapter 4, that is it! Actually, Chapter 5, sorry, this is Chapter 4. 3 days, 4 chapters apiece, we'll be done with this on Saturday. Hold on. We want to shop with you. No, you don't. You're an iron. anybody is a fan of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, you know exactly what I'm talking about there. Damn, dude! Nice. So we got 2K and 4 power nodes, which we are going to use. 2. I want to play it safe. Well, our rig is maxed out. There we go. Reload is maxed. We just need 1, so 2 more reload, 2 more speed, which is firing speed, which is really helpful, by the way. And then these guys. Nice. And then we'll work on stasis. Beautiful. Hard mode, okay. That's a beautiful thing to see. 100, 222. Beautiful. 238 shots. Alrighty then. So the first save point we get to, we're calling it a day. We'll continue with this tomorrow. That's not bad. A third of the game in literally 4 hours. So it's about a 12-hour run if you're a completionist. A little faster, just a little bit, if you like to go through quicker. So yeah, a good 40 minutes a chapter, if not a little less. That's actually really good. Hey, I love how we travel throughout each deck of ship. Clever as shit, man. Excellent designing, bro.
Shit. Isaac, I can smell the contaminated air from here. It's spreading faster than I expected. I'm trying to isolate it, but it's not going to buy us much time. We have to get that thing off this ship. The chemicals you need are in the chemistry lab. I'll hack the door for you when you get there.
That always gets you.
The way of God's
That always gets you. And it's Cyclomanus, everybody.
Are you blind, left to rest?
Don't bite the hand that feeds, bro. 9 Inch Nails said it best.
Looks like someone has reprogrammed the door locks on this deck. And recently, too. I guess we're not alone here after all. Someone doesn't want you in this part of the ship.
Okay, guys, that is it. We're saving. And that's going to be it for today. Let's see here. Chapter 4, 153. I'm just going to load back in and see what our time is. 2.5 hours. That's actually really good, man. Not bad at all. Alright, guys, we're picking it up right here tomorrow. Sly, it is an absolute pleasure meeting you, my friend. I look forward to conversing with you more. I'm going to watch that Alive thing, and then I'll check back in with you in the Discord to let you know what I think about it. I'm so glad you stopped in. This happened for a reason. I am genuinely excited now about the Dead Space remake. Rightfully so. I'll check out some of your clips as well as that video, and I will return my opinions to you later tonight. Until then, thanks again for stopping by, everybody. I'm going to post this to YouTube right away as soon as we're done streaming here, so everybody can enjoy it outside of you guys. So enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. I'll catch you tomorrow with more hard mode, plasma cutter only run. Haven't died yet, and I plan to keep it that way. And again, the only saves you're doing is at the start of a stage and at the end, and that's it. Enjoy, fellas. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you again. And Sly, pleasure meeting you. Peace out, guys.